Let's see. There I am. Of course, the damn flies are coming in already. All right, you guys, we're going to get started here in just a minute. This is a good 3-hour training, so I want us to be set up properly. Okay, we're going to get started here. First thing is first, let me move some stuff around here. A lot of stuff going on. This morning, I had a meeting with all of my virtual assistants. For those of you guys who don't know, I own a virtual assistant company, mightyvirtual.com. Just launched it here about a month ago, and now it's in full swing. These virtual assistants are just so fun, so cool. And I met with 4 of them today that are doing specific tasks, right? One of the tasks, I'm not going to use them yet because most people aren't going to have VAs right out of the gate. But I'm planning, as I'm building this company, I'm building a process serving company, a localized process serving company in a major metro market, Albuquerque, New Mexico, in 90 days to make at least $10,000 a month. Okay. Once it gets to that point, okay, and it's going, and it's an actual business that's actually worth money that you could sell. That's what you should start a business to do, by the way. Well, any business that I start, I think about, what am I going to do in 10 years? Could I sell this business? Okay, that's the idea. So I'm just posting this here in a few places because we went live yesterday and spent about 3 hours. And here's the thing is it's not the things that that I'm talking about are not super crazy, right? They're not anything new for people who've been doing business for a while or for people who are in process serving for a while. But if you're not making enough and you want more customers, this is a good way to check all those boxes and make sure that you're doing the things you need to do to grow your business, right? I can never figure out the name of that group. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Whatever. Oh, I think I'm not a part of it. I have to go to my personal profile. And then search for the group. Here we go. Post it in here. We are going to cover a lot of stuff today, guys. So first things first is comment. Say something. Tell me, what do you want to know? Are you already a process server or are you just getting started? I know a lot of the people are probably already process servers who are not operating at a level that they would like, or they're just curious. Could I do better? Could I make more money doing this? So most of my effort goes to a lot of different places that have nothing to do with process serving. Okay. But because of that, and because I've owned a successful process serving company that made hundreds of thousands of dollars, upwards of almost 400. It wasn't quite breaking 400, but it was 300 some $1,000 a year. And it was a great company. I mean, I worked every day, all day, and I hired people, and I marketed, and I broke things, and I didn't know what I was doing. And I made it happen, but it took me a long time. And then transitioning into real estate, transitioning into more B2B type businesses, I learned that there's so much better ways to do this business. And so that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. We're going to go into a lot of things. I have a huge list that I'm going to go down here. And so I do want to be somewhat focused today because yesterday I really went a little bit crazy. I mean, I really just dove deep into a trance of taking care of things. So, which is okay, especially if you're following along and you're doing what I'm doing. By the way, if you're here to watch Netflix and you're not going to actually take action on anything, I want you to just go click away. Go somewhere else. This is all about building your company. And there's so many people who just sit on their hands and don't take care of business, okay? This is a challenge for me. Day 4 of 90 to get to 10K a month in this process serving company. So, day number 4 is we are going to go through all of these things. We're going to use this Trello board for building out everything that we're doing. If you do not already have the Trello board, I want you to go to mightymeetup.com, online platform for all things. Literally everything that I do inside of Mighty Meetup. You can go to mightymeetup.com and join for free. Okay. Looks like people are posting, people who want to join, right? Mighty Meetup. It's awesome. It's free. This training's free. I have nothing to sell you. My entire purpose is for you to become rich for free, for me for free. And that you will reach out to me and go, Mike, how can I invest all this do-re-mi that you helped me earn into real estate? Because real estate is the best way for you to make passive income. But until you make enough money, until you get enough do-re-mi, cash in your bank and cash flow coming in, nothing else matters. Okay. And until you make $10,000 a month, you're poor. Okay. I'm trying to be offensive. I'm just saying, I know because I've made 5,000, I've made 6,000, I've made 7,000, I made 8,000, I made even 9,000 a month. And I struggled. And I struggled. It wasn't until I broke that 10 mark, then it easily went to 20. And then it just goes up from there. You know, I remember thinking that it was just play money. I was mentioning this in another video that like when I was out serving and just depositing checks and one day and I'm not saying this to brag, I'm saying so that you can have a vision for what's possible. And having a limited mindset that I couldn't do it because, oh, how many people could possibly be getting served in this city or in this area, right? It was a limiting belief. And we are not going to do limiting beliefs today. We are going to dive into everything. All right, so let's go. So lead follow-up using a CRM tool instead of Google Sheets. There's a bunch of tools that you can look at. One's called Pipedrive. Pipedrive is a great tool. Not my favorite, but it's a great tool. Monday.com, Honeybook. You see how all of them pop up when you search for one of them? The key is staying in touch with potential clients. Now, if you guys followed me in the last video, I had on Google Sheets, okay. Where's that at? Let me find it. So Google Sheets, I had I think it's under a different account. Let me see here. ABQ server. Where's it at? Mike at ABQ server. Here we go. So Mike at abqserver.com. Those of you guys that haven't been following along the whole time, day 1, 2, and 3, we set up and started calling and getting leads. These are specific paralegals who we've spoken to. I did get one attorney that I haven't added in here, I guess. But these are law firms that I called and said, yeah, send me your rate sheet. So every day I want to pick, that's where I want to pick up. Follow up using CRM tool instead of Google Sheets. Okay, because yesterday we went over how to use Gmail. Let's see here, ABQ server. Okay, so we went over Gmail and how to use ABQ server. Free trial, etc. Okay. Anyways, my point was yesterday we went over how to send out these templates. So we're going to do that again today now that it's set up. Remember, half the time is setting things up. Once you set it up, now it's off to the races. So the new process server template, if I plug that in, it just goes boom. And I can send this to other process servers in the area. The other one we can do is we can do experience, the one that says experience. This one is going to go to experience processor new to the area. Okay. Let me make this a little bit bigger for y'all. So what you're going to do is you're going to call them. This has their order online link too. And so what you're going to do is you're going to call them, get their first name. Hi, this is Michael. And then you put right here, you put their first name. Hey, John, right? It's so great to speak to you. Boom. And you send this to the paralegals. So where do you find the paralegal information? There's a bunch of different sources. One of my favorite sources is Avo. Depending on your city, you may not have anything. Find a lawyer. Here you go. Depending on your city, you may not be able to find anybody, but litigation. That's what we're looking for. It's one of the best ways. Listen, you can either do one of two things. You can have money and dump money into ads where you will get um calls, people to call you back, right? That's one way. The other way is forced appreciation, where you force, like in real estate, how you force appreciation, you force the growth of your company by prospecting. Another word for that is guerrilla marketing. Okay. The hard thing with this is some of them have phone numbers listed because they are sponsored ads, and some of them don't. The ones that don't, you got to click on them. Sometimes it'll show up here. You can send a message. See if we get any more details here. Licensed. So you can send a message. And you could certainly send a message to them through the system, but I don't recommend it. I recommend trying to get this phone number. Similar lawyers nearby. So just to give you an example, I did 5 yesterday. I think we connected with 3. And so today I'm just gonna call a few just to give you an example for those of you that haven't been following along, because I really want to get into some other of the setup stuff, but you have to be consistent. So I'm gonna show you the consistency right now. Oh, hung up. So, a lot of these guys, they're in court, they're not available. So you got to keep trying. The ideal person that we're looking for actually is someone who has a paralegal, right? Someone who has a paralegal that works for them. And there's other lists. I'm just showing you guys the free way. You can actually purchase lists. Find a lawyer. Let's search. Let's get a little tactical. There's something for those of you guys that don't know in skip tracing called a Boolean search. And Boolean was the guy who created the algorithm that Google uses to search for things. So what you can do, and I feel like they should teach this in school, like how to use Google. Now you can search things, and some people know you can put things in parentheses, but why and how does it work? If you're ever curious, you should search Boolean search terms. You can do this. I'll just show you real quick. So let's see, and or not. There's certain ways you can say it. It's a search operator, and it was the guy that is named after the guy who created it. And actually, I'm not even a super pro in this, but you can say search for this or this, and it'll just show you the things that you're looking for specifically. Okay, but the way that it's most functional is just putting something in here. So let's say I wanted to search for somebody. In this case, I want to search for litigation attorney, or maybe you're looking for Michael Reed or a specific person you're skip tracing. You put their name in there because you want it to show up in that order. You want it to show up in specifically this order. Then you come over here and you put anything else. It can be in any order you want. It'll just say, hey, I want this specific name, and these are the things that might be associated with it or outside of their parentheses. So it could say Albuquerque. How do you spell this? I'm so bad with spelling Albuquerque. UERQ, Albuquerque, New Mexico. That's pretty much it. Okay. Of course, it's going to give me things I've already searched, but what's cool is if you scroll down, see how it's putting these in order? Maybe I want civil litigation, so I can go up and edit my search a little bit. But it's only going to show me things that have those two words in order of each other. Or it will tell you. Okay, so here's more litigation lawyers. Let me click on this. Yeah, Google screened. These guys are paying extra to be Google screened. Denelli Law Firm. Interesting. Okay, that's what's up. I like that they're here on Google and they're paying extra. That means they're doing well, However, calling them maybe not gonna show any results because we might have like a Google Voice number or something. So the cool thing about this is often if they're paying to be Google screened, that
Google and its partners may record or return all calls for quality and research purposes, subject to our privacy policies. This call is not confidential.
That means it's being recorded.
Want to speak with the legal assistant?
Yes.
Thank you for calling the law office of Adam Oakey. If you know your party's extension, dial it now or press 1 to speak with the legal assistant.
1.
Law office of Adam Oakey. This is Bree. How can I help you?
Hey, this is Mike Reed. I'm a process server here in Albuquerque. How you doing?
Fine. How are you?
Hey, pretty good. Just wanted to see, you probably have a server already, but I just want to see if I could shoot you my rate sheet and send an email over just in case you need a backup.
Yeah. Give me a second, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
Law office of...
Oh. The key is to be quick and to the point. They're very busy. They don't have time for you to, talk about everything else and try to make best friends with them.
Can I get your first and last name again?
Yeah, my name is Michael Reed.
Can you spell the last name for me?
Yeah, it's REID.
What's a good phone number?
My phone number is, I'll give you my cell.
Actually, give me just a second.
Yep.
What is it?
My phone number is 407 214 7422. That's my cell.
Okay. Can I go ahead and set up an appointment with you and the office manager for a phone call for Tuesday?
Yeah, let's do that. That'd be wonderful.
We go ahead and do 3 p.m.?
Sure, that works.
Perfect. Gio will call you on Tuesday then at 3, okay?
You said Jewel?
Gio?
Geo. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate your help.
Thank you so much, Michael. Have a good day.
You too. Bye. Again, one of the if you were paying attention yesterday, one of the reasons why they didn't they don't like to give out emails, right? So because sometimes people will spam them or whatever. So she set up a call. So I'm going to get a call back from Gio, who's the office manager, which sounds like a good thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Sounds like a good thing to me. I mean, Gio calls me back and Gio says, hey, well, what are your rates? And we actually have a real conversation about potentially serving for them. That's the best potential. That's the best potential opportunity you can have. So there's two. Was that two or one? I think that. Anyways, so let's go back in here. Let's find one more. Hold on. Before I do that, let me come over to my calendar because Tuesday is the one day that I have a lot going on. You notice that I just said right away, I just said yes. However, putting all my emails out here. Okay, so let me just see here real quick. My calendar. Dun-dun-dun. Just want to check my calendar real quick because if I don't, then they will call and I'll be like, who? What? What happened? Your Geo who? This is what'll happen, I guarantee it. So the month, I'm over here on my other screen. And sure enough, I have an appointment. Ooh, a very important appointment too. So we'll see if they call. They got my cell phone number. Worst case scenario, I'll call them right back. Yeah, I have a very important appointment. I'm interviewing RJ Bates. So anyway, moving on. Let's keep going. So that was a good one. So anyway, that every day, every time we do a video, by the way, for 90 days, I'm going to call and I'm going to keep doing this. And after 90 days, if you do the math, if you get 3 to 5 a day, after 90 days, how many attorneys have heard Michael Reed calling them? All of them. All of them in this local market. And that's why you want to focus on a local market. So many people will say, well, I want to be nationwide. No, you don't. You'd be nationwide eventually, but not right away. Who did I just call? 2986? All right, let's call these other two. Then we're going to move on. 2157. Here we go.
Thank you for calling the Benelli Law Firm.
Denali Law, this is Jared. How can I help you?
Hey, Jared, this is Mike Reed, process server. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Hey, pretty good, boss. Listen, you guys probably already have a process server. Just wanted to see if I could email you my rate sheet and be a good backup for you guys.
Sure, I can get you Mark's email, who is the attorney here, if you'd like.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay. His email is mark@denellilaw.com.
Mhm.
And yeah, that's it.
All right, perfect. You guys do a lot of litigation where you need people served or no?
I think Mark does a little bit here and there, so I mean, he can probably use someone.
Okay, perfect. Well, hey, I appreciate you so much. You have a great day, okay?
You as well. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye. Again, quick, to the point, professional. That's what you're doing, okay? So let's just make sure I spell it right. Oh, shoot. I have such a bad memory, you guys. Do you remember how he spelled it? Well, here it is, Denelli Law. Jeez. Dun, 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 dun. All right, here we go. Mark at Denelli Law. Boom. And I think I spoke to George, right? Hi, this is Michael. Hi. Crap, I can't remember if it was George or something else. You guys remember? Anyways. Hi, George. It's great speaking to you. On the phone today, as promised, here's my rate sheet attached below. You can also order online from here using this link. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Boom. So there's 3. There you go. So there's 3 that we got knocked out of the park. One more. We get 1 or 2 more. Basically between 3 and 5 every single day. You should be doing this. 510. And I'm not going to call out any names, but I know somebody who pays someone to do this. Don't pay anyone to do this. Not in the beginning. You do it yourself.
Good afternoon. This is the law office of Smith and Associates. My name is Nicole. How may I help you?
Oh, hi, Nicole. This is Michael. I'm a process server here in Albuquerque. How you doing?
Hi, Michael. Not too bad. How about yourself?
Hey, I'm doing so good. I'm new to the area, but I've been serving for a long time, and I was hoping to send you guys an email with my rate sheet. I could be a good backup for you guys.
Okay, Michael. Well, I'm just the receptionist here at the law firm, but I'd be more than happy to convey or relay the information to the attorney and or his paralegal assistant if you'd like.
Yeah. If I could, well, if I don't email you, maybe you could give them my website, maybe, and phone.
Okay, that would absolutely work. They are pretty busy in this office, and it's one attorney with one assistant, and they've got over 100 clients at the moment, so they get pretty busy. So if you would be willing to give me that information, I could pass it along.
Well, you know what I would like to do? I'll give you that, but what I'd like to do is one better is maybe come in and give everybody coffee. Do you guys drink coffee?
That is our lifeline. Are you kidding me?
Now, is everyone in there Smith and Associates? Is this all the same?
I do not believe so, and I apologize. It's kind of like
okay.
a hybrid office. So you have some that are there and some that are still working from home, post-pandemic. They're actually looking into getting a new location of an office at the moment. So I don't know actually when they'll have an office.
Interesting. Okay, well, no worries. I'll give you the info and then I can follow up later. But yeah, I have no problem sponsoring events and things like that. So
okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your email, Michael?
Yeah, the email is Mike, Mike,
okay,
at abqserver.com.
abq.server.com?
No, just ABQ, like Albuquerque. ABQ server, SERVER.
Okay, and then .com.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's Mike, Mike, at abqserver.com.
Perfect. Yes.
Okay.
And maybe my cell phone? You could do my cell phone. I have a business line, but these guys are pros. I need to give them my cell.
Thanks, Michael. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Area code, let's see, 407?
Uh-huh.
Okay, 407. It looks like I got you coming through at a 407-214-7422.
That's correct. Yep, just moved from Florida.
You just moved from Florida?
Yeah.
How you liking New Mexico so far?
I love it. I got a house out here out of foreclosure and was flipping it and decided to stay.
There you go. Well, that's awesome. I tell people that are not normally from here, I've been here born and raised my entire life, and I love it here. You sometimes they'll get, 4 seasons in one day.
The monsoons kind of surprised me when I was riding. As soon as I moved here, my sister talked me into buying a Harley, and we got rained on a few times. And I'm like, why? How is it nice and beautiful day, and then I'm getting rained on all in the same day?
Yep, that's New Mexico for you, Michael.
Yeah, but I love it, and the green chili and the breakfast burritos. Oh my gosh, I'm in love.
Isn't it the best? Yes, sir. Well, I'm happy that you're living here in New Mexico. Michael, I'll go ahead and give this information to the attorney and or his paralegal assistant, and you'll just have to kind of wait and see when they'll be able to respond to you.
No worries. Yeah, I'll follow up. I might even stop in and bring some Starbucks. They have to get these big old containers. I just don't want to be inappropriate, But if I bring in these big old containers, maybe that would be cool.
That might work.
Yeah.
That might win them over. You never know.
Thank you so much. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome, Michael. Thank you. Appreciate it. And hopefully we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Have a great day.
Thank you. You as well.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
So 1 in 1,000. Oh my gosh, that is such an amazing contact to make. She's in an office. I'm looking at the screen here. You can see. It looks like it's just one person, but it says an associates. And I don't know who that is. Maybe that's the main guy. Probably, maybe, who knows. Anyways, she says there's a bunch and they all have their own paralegal assistants. There's 8 reviews, all 5 stars. So, okay. So with that, let's move into the next section. So there's a bunch of stuff to go over today, but there's one thing I don't want to forget to tell you, and I don't think it's on my list, is there's a tool called Road Warrior. And Road Warrior, for those of you who've been serving for a while, I already know this, but Road Warrior will allow you to, there's one called Road Warrior Flex that you can upload into, like, online. You can actually take addresses and save them in Road Warrior. And what you can do is you can star them as one of your favorite locations. So she just told me they're looking to move this to a different location. I probably could have confirmed that this is where they are. But anyway, she said there's tons of attorneys in this office. And she's going to pass on my information, and she's a sweetheart, but her job is to answer the phone. She's a receptionist. So she doesn't seem like she's the person who's responsible for sending serves out. So I'm not going to put too much thought into that. But what I do want to do is save this address. I don't want to do that. What happened? I want to save this address, because if I save this address in a system, in a CRM, there's different types of CRMs that you can use. One of the ones that I like the best is called Follow Up Boss or MailChimp. MailChimp is, I have a love-hate relationship with MailChimp, because before you get to 2,000 contacts, it's free. But as soon as you get to, let's see, 2,500, I think it's 2,000 or 2,500, one or the other. 5,000. Well, it's not going to update for me, I guess, automatically, but here you go. So 5,000 contacts is $100, and it's definitely a great thing, because you can save their addresses, their phone numbers, all the things. But at some point, you're going to realize that you want more. You want more automation, more systems, and that is where website builder, Active Campaign, my favorite. Active Campaign. Where is it? Here we go. Blah, 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 blah. I have lots of Active Campaign accounts. I think this is the right one. No, I got to figure out my login for it. But anyways, Active Campaign is the best one to use, and instead of Google Sheets. But if while you get started, like I said earlier, you can still come over here. Oh crap, what was her name? Oh man, I'm so bad at that. I need to write her name down right away. The lady who I just spoke to, man, that's such a great contact. I want to call her Betty. I can't remember her name, dang it. But yeah, anyway, I didn't email her anyways. I didn't even get her email, but I got an address for where there's a ton of attorneys in the office that she is going to, that all have assistants and whatnot, right? So I'm going to put in here this, because I do not want to forget that Smith and Associates is a company that I need to follow up with. The thing I want you guys to remember is that it only takes one of these attorneys. It only takes one attorney to decide that they want to use you for you to start getting 10 or 20 jobs a month at $97 or $79 a piece. So that's a business right there. Just one. Imagine getting 20, right? 2 times 2, that's so what do you got? 400? 400 serves a month with 20 clients? That's it. That's all you need. So that's why I'm showing you guys this stuff, because it's so powerful. Right? And you get the 4, let's see here. Oh, and by the way, how much money is that? It's 40,000 a month. Okay. So all we need is 10 clients. All we need is 10 clients sending us 10 jobs a month. That's what we need. That's $100 a piece. That is $10,000 a month. I'm not sure if I got that right. I just kind of spit it out. Okay, so we just did our cold call prospecting. We just talked about a CRM tool. I'm going to get into the CRM tool later. That's why I don't want to log into it, because you just be seeing it. Just know the active campaign is the one you need to sign up for. I have an affiliate link somewhere. I'm not worried about it. Just sign up for it. Discover contract opportunities, volume. All right, let's dive into that now. All right, so if I go to public purchase, let's use our Boolean search. So public purchase, PURCH, public purchase. Actually, yeah. Let's see, government contracts. Watch this. There you go. Procurement platform, trying affordable alternative, paying too much for government affiliation, market intelligence. Federal, state, local bids. Here you go. GovSpin. New Mexico public government contracts. BidNet Direct. So what am I doing here? I know that publicpurchase.com, this one right here, is a company that you sign up for them and they let you know when there's a local contract that's up for bid. And then you get to bid on the contract saying, we will be a part, we will spend money. Okay. Or people notify me of silly stuff. Okay, so we will we want to know how much it's going to cost for you to handle 10,000 of our serves next year. And you get to bid on it. And you can say, look, we charge $79 a month or whatever, but we'll do yours for 55. And they will give you 10,000 jobs. So now when you're out doing your 10,000 jobs, thank you. Nicole was her name. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I believe that's Chris. What's up, man? So yeah. So there you go, Nicole. Let me put that in here real quick. Boom, 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 boom. She was such a sweetheart. Okay, so I got to be careful not to go down the rabbit hole on this, because sometimes they ask you for a lot of information. Let me actually go back real quick. I'm going to duplicate this tab. Why? Because we have to have a system for tracking what we're doing. Okay, so we're going to call this, it's not really, it kind of is prospecting, but it's not pounding the pavement. It's more of, we're going to call this contracts. There's so much involved with contracts and following up with contracts. Okay, so we're going to call this card contracts. We're going to open it up. I hope you guys were able to get into here. Were you guys able to get in? Oh, someone on Facebook said Nicole was her name too. Yeah, YouTube and Facebook going on here. All right, look. So contracts. So this is like procuring government contracts. I've done this before, okay, but it's been a very long time, so give me a break, okay? All right, so checklist. First one, we're going to create a new checklist for each platform, because each platform has a few different requirements, and we have to like keep following up with them. Okay, it's an arduous process. So this first one, we're going to call it public purchase. Okay. We won't say .com. We'll just say public purchase. Okay, there's public purchase. So first of all, we're going to sign up and set notifications. Notifications. It might seem like I'm jumping around a little bit, but it's because I want you guys to see how deep we're going to go. At the end of 90 days, all these cards are going to be filled out, completed, and the business is going to be zooming. Okay. So I am jumping around because I want you to kind of see a little bit of each aspect. And there's some things that take more time. Like we can set them up and get them started while we work on other things, right? So there's public purchase. That's the one I worked with the most in California. But I just noticed this thing is popping up. Oh, well, it's sponsored. That's why. Contract management. Public purchase, public purchase, public purchase. So we're going to get into public purchase here in a minute. I wanted to see if there were other ones. These, because I put this in like this, that's why it's doing that. Government contracts. New Mexico. Let's try that. Basically, always just skip all of the sponsors. Sometimes they're good, like My Government Watch, but Google Smart, it knows what you're looking for most of the time. Here we go. Find all bids, request for proposals, state government contracts, solicitations for New Mexico purchasing group at BidNet Direct, general services, state of New. Here you go. Active procurement, state purchasing. Guys, I almost don't even want to record this. Oh man, I'm going to though. I might take it down after, but we're gonna keep rolling here. Government Services Department. Oh, this is so good. This is so good. Oh my gosh, this is so good. This is what I do this for. This is what I do business for. When it's this easy and no one's doing it, it's just it's the easy. It's the reason why I do business. Federal, state, and local government agencies, over $3 trillion a year of goods and services. Amen. Amen to that, sister. So I can actually sign up for any region, okay? But I actually just want to register, and then I can set everything up like that. Register for bid syndication or free registration. Let us do the work for you. Okay, so this is for the government agency because they want it, right? Researching for bids. Oh, never mind. So you could choose which one. One is just like a premium, and then one is free. I'll probably pay for it, but how much is it? So, did you try to register during the last week? Federal tax ID. Okay, I gotta wait for this because actually I need to set up the LLC for ABQ server before I do this. But that's okay. That's okay because you don't want to halfway do this. You don't want to sign up and then have to go in and change it. Okay, so but that's something we'll do. That's on the list. That's on the list. Okay, public purchase. Sign up and set notifications. It's not as easy as that. Get LLC formed for registration. Now, what I'll do is I'll move this up here above it, right? Because it's first before I sign up for public purchase. All right, now let's go look in here and check this out. So again, these are government contracts. So now let's go over here and search process. Let's see what it shows us here. If anything, they might call it something else too, you know. This page contains active procurements currently posting through the State Purchasing Division website. Invitation, request for proposals, and sole source. Also included in this list is, oh, let me make the screen bigger. Sorry, guys. Courtesy posting and sole propriety. Okay, let me go back. So in government agencies, they call it the purchasing department because they're purchasing services from outside agencies. That's why they call it that. Government procurements. Let me click on it again, see if it takes me to the right page. This is State of New Mexico General Services. Oh, let me take away process server. Because they probably call it something else like delivery or notification or legal services or court courier or something, you know. See here? These are space, the agency name, procurement, title, bus tours. Let me see. Hey, let me try Control F. Let's see. I don't know in New Mexico what they call General Services Department. Let me see here. Legal? No. Process? No. Okay. Process? No. How about delivery? Delivered meals. Okay. How about courier? No. How about interesting. So anyway, I was hoping that it would just show up with the service or process here, but let me try service. But it might be located in a different part of the government contracts, right? Or they might call it something different. But it is the New Mexico Supplemental Disinfection Analysis Public Utilities. And they might contract direct with the sheriff's department. But I spoke to a process server, one of the competitors in Albuquerque, and she said that they're so busy and that they couldn't get to my serve for 3 weeks if they were going to serve for me because they had these government contracts. Connecting with New Mexico scope, installation and service and water. Okay, so obviously it's not this. This actually starts to sound like all the services they're providing to the public, you know. Interesting. Okay. So again, I taught you guys how to do this already. Let's go back out of here real quick. Let's use a Boolean search. So let's take this state website. Let's see. Let's take this state website. New Mexico State. Let's go to Google and let's say the largest, strongest search engine. And let's say there's a specific way to do that. I think it's like capital site, something like that. And then you go boom. There you go. And it pops up like that. But what we want to put is we want to search inside of this site. What is New Mexico Financial Department? Requests for proposals for process servers. Okay, let's try that. Active procurements, state purchasing. How do I access RFP? Inside, is this inside of that website? Oh no, it's something else. That'd be really cool if it was inside that website. So let's click on this. Active procurements. So it's the same page. We're just not finding it. Anyways, there may not be any available, right? If the contract is not up yet, then let me go request for proposal, service of process. Nothing. Legal doesn't show up either, which you know right away is a big red flag because legal is always outsourced to a law firm and they always have bids for attorneys. Interesting, surplus property. That's kind of cool. Interesting. That's really cool, actually. Services provided by Surplus Bureau. Yeah, I've heard of this before. A lot of government contracts will have where they make sure they have certain equipment available, but it's just sitting around, and you can actually use it because it's a state thing. Like for basically for cost, you can use them. Anyway, that's a whole different thing. Purchasing, printing. All right. All right. I mean, you can try to Google this again. We can try to Google to get more down to it. The other thing you could do is you could call them. Government Services Agency. Purchasing Department. Main desk. Request for proposals. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Main desk. I don't think I'm going to get what I want here, but I'm going to do it anyways, just so you guys can see. 827, that's not right. We're going to go 7 and 5. 294. Bada bing, bada boom, let's go.
State Purchasing, this is Teresa Malcolm.
Hi, my name is Michael. I own a local process serving company, and I was curious, trying to find that. I've been searching on the website. I'm trying to find where you guys do your request for proposals for state contracts.
Okay, can I put you on hold for just for a second?
Of course.
Okay.
You guys have to know that I made so much money as soon as I learned about contracts and how to get state contracts. This is what the big companies don't talk about because they don't want the competition, because it's actually a lot easier than people realize. You sign up for a state contract and you set them up to use your system like Servemanager or Process Server Toolbox. You have their state employees give them their own logins, and they log in as a client, upload the information, upload the documents, and you're just like, you're just getting all of these jobs that you then send out all over. And and you're constantly finding people to serve all over the country, because you might only have a contract in that county, but you're getting stuff to serve all over the country. Why? Because John wants to divorce Julie, moves 5 states over, and he owes child support, and you got a contract with the child support division. Or in this case, this is a state organization.
Okay, sorry about that. Are you there?
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, okay. So you're looking for where we post our procurements?
Yeah, exactly. I found a website, but it didn't say anything about process serving, so I figured it wasn't up for bid yet, maybe.
Okay, so are you in the active procurements page?
Nope, not at all. I just moved here from Florida. I've had multiple contracts in California and in Florida, and so we're just getting started here. So whatever I got to do, whatever hoops I got to jump through.
Okay, so are you in front of a computer?
Yes.
Okay, so in the search engine or the search field for your browser, type in general services, all one word.
Mm-hmm.
.state. .nm as in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
.us.
Perfect. Yeah, that's where I'm at here on your website.
Okay. So then click on purchasing on the tab.
Perfect.
And it drops down a menu, and on the right hand, the first column, it says solicitations and awards, and the first link, it's active procurement.
Solicitations, huh? Let's see here. Okay, let me click on purchasing again here. Purchasing, and then a blue screen pops up. You said it's all the way on the right?
On the left, I'm sorry.
Oh, active procurements?
Yes.
Oh, perfect. Okay, active procurements.
And then you can filter by procurement title or what agency you want to look into, or the actual procurement number, the procurement ID. And so it has, so the way that they're listed here is they're listed by the due date, the upcoming due date. So that'll be the first. They're listed by due date to the oldest, all the way to the bottom.
Yeah, I saw. I was on this list earlier. I think Google helped me get here somehow. But when I search process server, I don't see anything. Do you guys have anything in regards to like service or process?
To service or process?
Yeah, like legal documents being served on behalf of the state.
I believe that would be a professional services procurement, and those ones are not listed here.
Oh,
so
okay.
Professional services, we do have contracts review bureau, and they handle all of the professional services contracts. So they might be able to give you information. The agency that handles or manages the professional services procurement, it's called Department of Finance and Administration.
Okay, Department of Finance and Administration. And a lot of times I've noticed these contracts are actually with the counties or the district attorney's office. So, but the state does have where they do need to, they contract attorneys, and then maybe they have the attorneys then contract the process servers possibly.
So, yeah, and that would be professional services procurement. So we don't manage those. The state purchasing division, where you just called now,
Yeah.
we manage the general services procurements.
Yeah, I saw the list here. Yeah, and I was calling through it, scrolling through and searching every way I could, but I didn't see anything related to legal service. So general services doesn't mean serving documents.
No.
Okay.
General services is our it's, I mean, they're not, like professional services would be like the physicians or attorneys or
yeah. And they might lump process servers in there with them, right? Because
they may do that, yes.
Okay. Well, you know what? I appreciate you so much. Thank you very much. You said financial.
It's the acronym is DFA. So the name is the New Mexico Department of Finance and Administration.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
You have a great day.
You as well.
Bye. There you go, guys. You just got to figure out the mumbo jumbo and the way that they created it with their government agencies, right? So I don't know. A state level service and process is very niche. So, but that's what this process server told me. So that's where I'm going. That's where I'm looking it up, right? But it's nice to know. It's nice to know. Let me just go do a quick search again here. So, New Mexico Department of Finance and Administration. See that? There you go. So you find it, you pull it up, you figure out the mumbo jumbo and what they call it. They never call a duck, right? They always call a duck something else. New Mexico Department of Finance and Administration. By the way, for those of you guys that are like, why are you doing all this work? Why don't you just do something else? Listen, service or process, a big part of the job as a process server is your ability to research, to find people, to be dedicated, to do the boring stuff. Sometimes it's boring. I don't find it boring because I know at the end of this rainbow is a big giant bag of gold. Okay. Department of Finance Administration. There you go. And it's just down the road in old Santa Fe. Beautiful. I'm so excited about this part of the challenge. The sad thing about this part of the challenge is you may not get a contract for 6 months. So even though this is how this will be a multi-million-dollar company when I'm done, it's not going to get me to my 10K a month in 90 days. But it's the most valuable thing that I could show you today, to be honest with you. Finding these contracts is what's going to make you have consistent income, which is what the bank wants to see and what companies want to see before they purchase you. That you have this consistent, guaranteed cash flow coming in. Okay. Let's see. Create a profile. State programs. Hold on. Create an account to stay up to date on the state's programs and services, unemployment insurance. No. Exit Will Robinson. Exit. Let's see. Department of Finance Administration. I mean, I guess I could just call this number. Just call this number. Now, they may want stuff, right? They may be like, well, what's your LLC and blah, 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 the things that aren't set up yet. And you just be honest with them. Well, I just moved here. Of course. It's busy or it's broken. Look, they got 4 reviews, 2.3 stars. Not a good look. Not a good look. All right. Let's see if we can get a better phone number. 4985 didn't work. So the secretary, here we go. Division and bureau contact numbers. Here's the thing. When you find the right person that you're looking for, that's it. That's the person. You build a relationship with them. Cash control, central payroll. We're going to do a quick Control F, and we're going to search for purchasing. No? Okay. Never mind. Maybe they don't call it purchasing division. Active public. Cash control, services, special services. What did the lady call it? What did she call the name of who deals with this? She said there was a certain department other than finance and administration, employment verification, business unit, contact telephone number. Well, whatever. Let's just call them 505 827 4966. Let's try that.
DFA, Cabinet Secretary's Office, can I help you?
Hi, good afternoon. This is Michael. I own a process serving company here in New Mexico, and I was directed from the purchasing division that you guys handled the professional contracts for process servers, attorneys, stuff like that, for doing requests for proposals.
For what program?
Well, specifically for service or process servers. Like, when you hire an attorney and they need to have somebody served. That's what we do.
And you're looking for a grant for it, or are you looking for a capital project?
Yeah, I understand why you would ask that, because you guys are with the finance, but that's where she sent me. She said, I don't think we handle that. I guess you guys are the ones that do the contracts for attorneys. When you guys contract out, when you do a request or bids, when you do bids for proposal.
Well, every department bids out. Well, I would go with GSD because they would. Well, let me see. If they were to do that for attorneys, we would hire, not give a contract.
Oh, you just go out and hire. You just go out and hire an attorney.
Our attorneys are permanent employees.
Oh, okay, that's how it's different. All right. Do you know anything about, or maybe where you could direct me to look at for the contracts for service or process, or do you think that the attorneys maybe handle that?
I've never heard of what you're asking for, but I would try maybe general services.
Okay, yeah, I spoke to this lady and she was saying that they don't contract that out, but it's okay. It's not every state does it. I just moved from California and they have a
Oh,
division
okay.
that does solely that. So
Okay. Yeah, all state agencies have their own attorneys, and they are permanent posted attorneys within the departments.
yeah. Oh, you know what?
So
You know
they'll
what could be
contract and
helpful?
take out.
What could be helpful is if I contacted one of them and to see how they get their services delivered. How they get their process serving delivered. Because anytime they're suing someone or doing a subpoena against somebody, they have to have it delivered to them, right? Somehow.
Mm,
Sometimes they mail them, but according to the Civil Code of Procedure, some of them have to be personally hand delivered, and that's what we specialize in. So, where do I go online to find the attorneys that you might contract?
why don't you go into the IG's office or what do you call it, Attorney General's office? I would start there.
That makes sense. Yeah, for the New Mexico Attorney General, that makes sense. Well, I appreciate your help so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Have a good day. Bye.
You too.
So, interesting that they lots of messages. Okay. So, sometimes they have different contracts. I'm still curious what the process server was talking about. Maybe she was just saying state contracts, or maybe she was saying, or maybe what she was talking about is inside of public purchase. The thing to understand about public purchase, let's see if they'll let me do a quick search. Actually, let me see. Select a region. Let's see what that says. So you guys can get an idea. I got to set up my LLC before I do this, but oh wow, so City of Alamogordo. Yeah, so you choose an agency, and then the agent, for example, the City of Albuquerque, you could actually maybe get the wants me to register. I can't. I do have registration in California, but I don't want to use that. I want this to be separate. Let's just go free registration. Fill out the basics real quick. Actually, no, I have a lot to get through today, and we're already an hour into this, so I'm going to skip this. But you can actually search. You saw on here that you can go and find specific. There were specific agencies in each region, right? So when I selected New Mexico, I just want you to see the reason why you would do this. I was looking for the state agency she was talking about. Oh, what is this? Okay, yeah, I don't see. There might be a state agency in here somewhere where they actually post their university. That's kind of cool. By the way, this is not all process serving. This could be for a lot of different jobs that they're hiring out. But I like City of Albuquerque because that's probably parking permits, parking violations, and they didn't pay their parking bill, potentially. Let's see, county. Bernalillo County Water Utility, water shutoff notices. Public schools. I'm looking for county child support division. See here, Bernalillo County. Oh, here we go. Here we go. County of Santa Fe. So County of Santa Fe probably has, you click on it, and then when you get in there, they're going to have lots of different jobs that they hire for, right? So maybe you want to get a job as an independent contractor working for them, doing anything. They could have like plumbing, road work, tons of things. Process serving is one of those things. Let's see. Department. I was really hoping to see County of Bernalillo because that's the biggest county. But maybe that's what this is. Albuquerque, Bernalillo County. County of. Anyway, guys, go sign up for public purchase. If you're creating your LLC or you're setting up your business, that's, first, that's the smart way to do it, because they look at that and they look at your information. They check out your website. They call you to see how you answer the phone. If it's your voicemail, they listen to your voicemail. Like, this is all the things they do. So I'm going to add this to our Trello card. Public purchase. Right here. Public purchase. Well, I don't like that at all. Try this. There you go. Public purchase. So now that you have that, let's see what's next on our list. Let's try to be disciplined today and go down the list properly. So where's our list? Discover contract opportunities to get more volume. That's what this was about, right? It's about getting more volume. It might not come for 6 months, but you get 4, you get 1 contract, you get 2 contracts, you get 3 contracts over the course of a year. By the second year, you got 4 contracts with all the local child support agencies, all of the parking violation guys, the city, the county, and the state, and you dominate all of those government contracts. Your company is going to be worth a good $1 million. Okay, easy. Review rough draft of new website. Not sure if that's available yet. Let me see here. Let me see here if that's available. So comment your questions. What questions do you guys have? Do you think this has been valuable so far? Is this something that is giving you guys value? Should I keep making these videos? Should I keep doing what I am doing? Because if not, why would I keep doing it? Right? I'm looking up the website here. Let's see if it is ready for me. Duplicate. ABQ server. Okay. Doesn't look like the website is ready yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to still use the domain, because I have the domain forwarding. Currently, I have it forwarding to my online order form. If you guys remember correctly, if you remember in one of the previous videos, I showed you that. Let me get out of here. Let's get out of this. Okay. Okay, let me share my screen again. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, so because the website's not ready yet, let's go ahead and go into brand marketing. I think what I wanted to do is I wanted to review the rough draft of the website, set up Servemanager to receive online orders, and then create these 100 business listings in authority. So let me go over here to Servemanager. Manager. You guys can oops, let's see here. Facebook hates when I do, or YouTube hates when I show people's emails and whatnot. So just take that off there for a minute. I actually don't want the mobile version. I'm not sure why the mobile version is showing up. But once you set up your website and you set up your Servemanager, hold on, I'm just gonna get rid of some of this stuff so we can look at it. Okay. Overview, jobs. Okay, click on this. We're going to, okay, all right, it's ready. So now let me share this. So when you have Servemanager, you're able to have all of your jobs right here, You're able to manage invoices here. You're able to manage your server pay right here. You're able to manage your account. You're able to find other companies. I would click on some of this, but it's going to show information. I don't want this to get deleted or flagged from YouTube. Court cases are saved here. One of my favorite things is how everything is just linear. Like I like things to be in order, right? And if I start at the top, I can just quickly fill this out. For those of you guys that don't use the software and you don't understand what I'm doing right now, this is it's a CRM, which I never understood that when I used to use this at scale, back when I built my process server daily company, I didn't understand this is actually a CRM that I can go into the companies I work for, the attorneys, and I can stay in touch with them. Currently, they do not have this operated as a CRM because process servers aren't asking for it. So you have to sign up for a separate CRM, which is why I was recommending ActiveCampaign. So between ActiveCampaign and Servemanager, you can use a software called Zapier. And Zapier will integrate your online order form, which, well, that's my website company. But if you go to my online order form, which we've already figured out was abqserver.com. Let's see if it works. The abqserver.com, that's going to end up being my future website. But for right now, ABQ server forwards, I'm having lag on my internet, but it forwards to my online order form. And when someone orders on the form, you want them to be able to immediately be sent from your form. I don't know what's happening here. Let's see. Okay, you want them to be sent from your form to once they fill it out. I don't know what's happening here. abqserver.com. So there's an issue of Namecheap, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna finish setting this up. I'm gonna make sure this gets set up today. I think it's just an issue with, there you go. See, now it works, but before it didn't. Anyway, it's just forwarding to this form right now. But when you fill out this form, this online order form, what happens is all the information automatically gets populated and fills this part out for you. So like who's the client, that gets filled out. Who's going to serve it does not get filled out. It does not tell you that. You have to choose who's going to serve it. The court information can be filled out. The court location can be filled out. I have turned this part off on the form. I want to fill this out based on what the documents say because I want it to be easier for the customer to do the online ordering and I want it to be most accurate. Okay. Service instructions, it's going to plug whatever they say right here. Service instructions, whatever they say right here in the form will automatically be put right here as custom instructions. Okay. Now, when I go to send it to my server, I can add to it. I can click below it. I can click above it. I can manipulate it however I want. Job status can automatically be sent for service, right? Or server pay or however you want. The recipient's name, right? Recipient's name automatically gets put under recipient. Okay. Their phone number, that stuff's not going to get filled. Email, phone number is not going to get filled out. This information is not going to get filled out because it's too tedious. So what I have it do is it puts their description, recipient's description, this just open paragraph, and it gets shoved in here into this appearance vehicle stuff. So, and then there's a service address or location. It'll automatically just be home. And then they'll go address is the address, the service address. So you see here, do you need a skip trace? No, I know where I want you to serve it. So then they put the address in. That address automatically gets put in here. And your documents, it always will automatically upload the first document. So if they come over here and they select one document, this first one will automatically get uploaded. Anything more than the first one will not get uploaded. They have not, unless they fixed it. That's it'll only do the first one. See, look, enter multiple documents separately by commas or add them individually. Maybe they fixed it, but I'm gonna test it out here. I won't bore you guys with it right now, but I'm gonna test it out offline here, off air. And then, but anyway, you still get them via email. So you get an email that comes over to you that has a list of all of these questions answered. Basically, this whole thing. You get all of this stuff sent to your email. For a while there, I was thinking I can just print this out. I don't need Servemanager. Like I can just print this out from my email. I know who the client is. I know who's serving it or who I'm serving. I have all the details right here in a 2-page email that I can just print out. And it's true. That is true. But when you go to do the proof of service, after all this information is filled out automatically, you come in here and tweak it and edit it and make it perfect. When you go to do your proof of service, let me see if I can do. I can click on one here. Let's see. Here we go. There's one right here. So because it's a registered agent, I can show you this one. So if I go proof of service, click a new affidavit. This had the proof of service attached to it, but you can see right here that there was we served it on the registered agent's office in Redding, California, and here's the signed proof of service. So after you've set stuff up, you can actually save it so that, Brandon, our processor, he signed it. And once he signed it, we uploaded it to the system under uploads. But if we wanted to create a process, an affidavit, we could do that here as well. For a field sheet, it takes all the information from the serve and throws it on a field sheet, nice and neat for you so that you can physically write down, you can physically write down here on here. And I know some people who do like, I love PDF and they type it out. There's no need to do that. You just come over here and do new attempt, right? Click on new attempt and just fill this out. Fill out your attempt information right here. And they have a mobile app that makes it super easy. If you served it as a different address because you're a superhero, put in the new address right here, right? Okay. Who served it? Who in your company served it? Blah, 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 right? It's just so easy, guys. This is why I like Servement. Like PST is great, and there's a lot of cool tools and extra little features you can add and different things you can do. But there's nothing easier than Servemanager. Okay, you want to create a new affidavit? You click on affidavit, boom, you can edit it. It has an actual PDF editor built into it, right? I can come over here and I can even upload an image here if I wanted to paste inside an image. Inside of a form, an actual PDF editor where you can visually edit it right here on the fly. So powerful. So powerful. I used to always go like this and make big spaces so that it would be nice and open, right? When you actually go to print it, no, I don't want to share. I just want to save it. See, when you actually go to print it, it shows how it's all separated. So anyway, I'm not here to sell you on Servemanager. I'm really just showing you what you need to have set up so that you could quickly do these proofs, so that you can quickly communicate status to your client. If for some reason there was no status and I wanted to just say status, right? And I could say some comments here. This is waiting for, for them to get back in town so I can serve them, blah, 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 blah. I can just come over here and click client and hit save, and it will email them right from the system. It will send them an email, right? By the way, I want to let the server know too. So I checked the server's box, and then they got an email too. Bada bing, bada boom. It's just make your life easier, okay? So Servemanager said it's easy to sign up, and it's pretty cheap. It's pretty cheap. I mean, less than the cost of one serve. So if you don't get one serve a month, then don't sign up for a software. Okay. If you don't get one serve a month, don't sign up for a website either. Okay. Go out and get some serves. And once you got 5, 6, 7 serves coming in every month, then go get Servemanager. Go get a website built. Okay. I'm just showing you how to build a company that you can scale that you can make $10,000 a month with. That's what I'm showing you. If that makes sense. So there's Servemanager. We're gonna move the rough draft of the website to a different day. Set up Servemanager, receive online orders automatically. We're gonna use a tool called Zapier. I'm not gonna do this online; it just takes too long. But, I'm gonna use an online tool called Zapier. Zapier will let me automate when somebody orders using this form. That it will automatically go into my Servemanager. That's it. That's that. Okay. Let's see here. Create 100 new business listings to increase local domain authority. Okay. The website's not set up yet, but I want to show you what I'm talking about with that. So brand and marketing. So brand development. You got your domain. We did that. We verified the name is not taken on a corporate filing. Albuquerque server is not taken. Create a custom logo. Did that. Sign up for Google Workspace. Did that. I have Mike at abqserver.com. Create your professional email signature. Did that. Right? For those of you guys that are coming late, my late bloomers, there you go. Professional email signature. If you haven't been inside of mightymeetup.com and joined the community for free, the free community, this is pasted in there. I pasted it in there for you to make it so easy for you. And in video 1 and 2, day 1 and 2, I actually explained why I put these counties in here, how I hyperlink them to take them to my website or order form, the reason why you do that. Like, there's just so much here, guys. If you watch from beginning to end, comment below value, #value if you're getting value from this. Sign up for a website design. We already did that. We're just waiting for the rough draft of it. Create a company mission statement. All right. Core values. Okay. Mission statement. See, that's one that you really want to think about your employees and your clients. How does it translate? What is your mission? Your almost like your main value that you offer. Service or process done right. Service or process, done mighty, or something. You just figure out something that works for you. You really got to put a lot of thought and time into it that when the client hears it, they should nod their head and go, yeah, that's true. They are on point with exactly that. So I'm going to think about that in relation to brand. If you could somehow make it tie into your brand, into what your core values are for your employees, it's so powerful. Vision statement and goal for the companies to aspire to, that kind of ties together. But there's certain things that are very just tangible core values that you want to come up with. You got to think about them. Mind map it out. What's most important to me? Boom. What do I think might be most important to my clients? Boom. And see how those two things interject, right? Two circles. See how they come together. What are things that both you and your ideal customer care about? Set up Ring Central phone number in the app. I did that. I have a new phone number 833. Actually, this is for you guys too, so I don't want to clutter this up too much. I'll just uncheck these actually. I don't know if you guys share this one with me or if you copy it, make your own. I'm not sure. But anyway, so before we get started with the brand marketing, you need to come up with this list right here. Okay. The company's Albuquerque process servers, the phone number, the email, the website, and the address. I don't love this address. I'm going to get a business office next week. I'm going to show you guys how to do that, to get a local business office for just $200 a month. And you're going to keep it for 3 months. So it's going to cost you $600. It's going to cost me $600, but I'm going to have a registered Albuquerque business right next to the courthouse for $600. That is cheap. That is gold, by the way. And then after that 3rd month, I won't need the office, and it'll be a shared office space anyways. The one thing you don't want to do, gross. The one thing you don't want to do is use a mailbox, etc., post office, PO box, none of that. Google has your number. They know what you're up to. Right. So the last part here is kind of your core values. And the reason why we're doing this, you guys, is because it needs to match. Everywhere on Google, this needs to match this little paragraph. And I'm going to show you here in a second. This is all going to make sense here in a second. So, what did I put over here on the form? Let me see. Nothing. I didn't put anything on the form. Great. What about, I did something that I was pretty proud of. Where is it? I'll just come up with something on the fly, I guess. Let's see. Service of process. Service of process. We serve let's see, let's go with those counties. Let's go with those counties. That's a good idea. So, because remember, it's all about SEO, search optimization on some of these websites. So, if you include this as a part of it, it will be helpful. Okay, here we go. Serving Bernalillo, Santa Fe, Sandoval, Torrance, and Valencia counties with experience with integrity you can trust and experience to get it done right. Something simple and short. And experience to get the job done. Experience to trust and experience to get. It needs to be more elegant. Integrity. What do you guys think? What should I put here? This is going to be like your kind of like your tagline, but you're going to put it everywhere. It's going to match identically, and Google's going to know that. And that kind of like solidifies yourself and your SEO and everything. And so Google loves that all this information matches everywhere, and it will rank you in all those platforms. Serving Bernalillo, Santa Fe, Sandoval, Torrance, and Valencia counties with integrity you can trust and experience you can count on. Oof. You can count on. Oof. That just hit me. That's good. That was good. Maybe it's just me, but I think it was good. All right. So that's going to be a business card too, by the way. It's all going to match. Now, actually, I hate this address. I don't want to use that. But for the sake of showing you guys this and moving forward, I'm going to use it. But I would recommend, unless you're going to keep that as your physical location, your physical address, I would recommend waiting. Okay. But let's go through my list. Now that I have this here, I'm going to move it to the end so I can keep track of it. And we're going to go through a list of potential website signups. Not website signups, places where you can create business listings. Let's see here. Find Albuquerque, social media platforms. Albuquerque. Oh, yeah. Here, check this out. So I love using ChatGPT. Okay. And ChatGPT found some very specific local websites, which is so good. Google loves it when you use specific local websites. You can sign up. All these are Albuquerque business listings. Look what I put here. Include some listings. Here's some things to sign up for right here. So Albuquerque, so Google My Business. Okay. For Google My Business, you got to be a little bit careful. I guess I have everything I need to set that up. So the best way to set that up is to go into your email that you've created and then come up here and click on, well, I haven't set it up yet, so it's not showing up. but you can go down here to business. Google My Business. Here we go. My Business. Google My Business. Come on now. I might have to go directly to it. Business Essentials. Anyways, once you sign up for it with the proper email, then just go to business.google or Google My Business. That's the most important listing you could set up. The most important one. So let's go ahead and click on it. Let's set it up. It does take a while sometimes. So I'm hoping, here we go. Oh yeah. So sometimes they'll ask for like your LLC stuff, and I don't have that set up yet for this ABQ server. And sometimes they'll ask you to take a picture of it and stuff. But anyway, let's just do it anyways. So Albuquerque process server. And the reason why I'm doing, remember, I don't know if I explained to you guys in a previous video, I mentioned it, but I'll just mention it again. Normally I would do something like Mighty Process Server or something like that. But Google will not let me put Albuquerque in here if Albuquerque is not the name of my company. It just won't. It doesn't want you to include in your business name the location. You can include what you do, but it doesn't want you to include the location. So it's going to flag my account. But as soon as it sees my LLC says Albuquerque on it, it's going to let it happen. And as soon as it lets it happen, oh boy, this is like some ninja juice right here. Google's going to have to release the hold it's going to have on my account. And anytime someone searches Albuquerque process server in the huge city that Albuquerque is, I'm going to show up. I just want to make sure I'm spelling this right. Not just that, but I think there's a pretty good chance I'm going to rank first in the map pack, which is going to have my phone ringing off the hook. Albuquerque process servers, online retail, local store, service-based business. You want to select service-based business. Local store is fine if you have a storefront, but it's going to be difficult if you don't. Trust me. And this, you're going to be tempted to put other things here. This is the number one thing that it's going to rank you for. So whatever that is, if you get more work or you want more work as a private investigator, then put private investigator and create a separate company completely for process serving. Because trust me, it will help. You will rank better on Google. But when it comes to process serving, which is what we're talking about. That's it. Process server. I can put lots of other things, but the only thing that matters is process server. Where do you serve your customers? Albuquerque. Okay, so this is where you got to get a little more creative. So Albuquerque, do you remember our little list? Where did it go? I moved it so I can keep track of it. Now I can't find it. Okay, here we go. Bernalillo. Bernalillo County. There you go. Bernalillo County. I know this is not the most exciting stuff, you guys, but it's what works. Santa Fe, the city of Santa Fe, but also Santa Fe County. See that? See. Sandoval. I'm not excited about some of these counties, if I'm being honest. I kind of want to just put Albuquerque here. The problem is that it pigeonholes you, which is okay in some areas. But if I'm a big law firm, which I've learned about law firms, if I'm a big law firm, I want to know that I can send it to you no matter what, and you're going to get it served. I don't have to wonder. I messed that up. Burlington County. There you go. I don't have to wonder, oh, I got to use a different server now. No, you want your your attorney to send it to you no matter where it is in the world, and you're going to be the guy to go find somebody to serve it. And he knows that. He's okay with it. He'll pay you extra. That's what you want. So I could go further here and put different cities and things that are within these counties, but I'm not going to. I want to put the counties though, because these are the primary courthouses. If you remember when I first pulled it up, these were the counties directly surrounding Albuquerque, which is what I want. So now I hit next. The phone number, oh, I might not take this one. 833-693-3453. Let's see if it takes that one. Website optional. abqserver.com. Put your business on the map. Get discovered. Get news. Yes, I want news. Send me news. I don't like that it shows this. I think that'll disappear in a second. Please enter your mailing address to verify. So it's going to want to send me a postcard to New Mexico. Dun, 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 dun. Next. I'm verified. I've never seen that happen. You can reply to reviews, turn on chat, and more. Next. I have never seen that happen where you get verified immediately. Sometimes it happens. Just be grateful when it does. Business hours. I am going to do a Monday through Friday situation because that's when I'm going to have virtual assistants available. Let's go 9 a.m. Oops. So we're going to go 9 a.m. I don't want to bore you guys with this too much, but with 5 p.m. 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Ooh, I don't like that either. I think I used to do 7 p.m. because people get off work, right? Oh, jeez. Technology lagging behind. Technology in some of these companies is so lagging. It's like you're Google. How do you not have copy to all? Or am I missing it? Oh, bothers me. Sorry. Please provide a valid time zone. I'm not seeing a time zone, you guys. I'm just going to skip it. I'll come back to that. Add messaging. Let customers message your business on Google for free. Sure. I used to always say no to that, but actually, they'll add a special feature on your ads that let people message you directly inside the platform. Remember, all these platforms is their goal, just like YouTube, is their goal is to keep you on the platform longer. Okay. We're going to come back and optimize Google more in the future, but for now, what are we going to include? We're going to include this. And every platform you sign up for is going to ask you something similar. I might ask something here and also and say, just make sure this paragraph is in there somewhere because Google will find it. The crawlers will find it everywhere and go, this is very consistent across all the platforms. With integrity you can trust and experience you can count on. I'm going to use my old one since that company no longer operates. Give us a try and we'll serve your guy. And that was such a good one. You know what? I'm gonna save that for all of them. Give us a try. We'll serve your guy. The other problem is sometimes there's not enough space for all of that, right? This one will allow up to 750 words. You can put other things in here. Adding your description, your business profile on search, maps, and other Google services, it will show up. Add photos of your business. So if this seems monotonous and boring, congratulations. You have achieved a level of business success that many only dream about, and that is enduring the suck. Turn on notifications for surveys and pilots. I've learned something with Google. You can always turn this stuff off later, but if you don't click everything, it makes your life so much harder. You notice how I got verified right away? I can't believe I got verified right away with Albuquerque services. I can't believe that. Get started in minutes. Advertise? Yes. Of course we want to advertise. We're building a $10,000 a month process serving company in 90 days. Uh-oh. Google's freaking out on me. Da-da-da. Oh, I think I'm out of storage. Crud muffins. What's happening? Oh my gosh. I accidentally recorded. I don't know if you guys can still hear me. I accidentally recorded a 4-hour meeting this morning with my VAs, and I think it filled up my computer with storage. Crap. Do-do-do. How strange. How strange. Yeah, I don't know what happened, you guys, but my computer completely shut down on me. I don't know what happened. My computer completely shut down on me in the process that I was going through. I don't know if you guys heard me or how much of that you heard, but crazy. And you know what? It happened and crashed right in the middle of me setting up my Google My Business listing. And I'm a little worried because it approved me and verified me just based on the information that I gave it without any verification, without a postcard or anything. So I'm really curious to know if it went through. I don't see it. As soon as I clicked on Google Ads, it freaked out. It just freaked out on me. Okay, let's try it again. If it crashes again, we're just going to have to call it a day. Let's see here. Share screen. Sometimes, things just aren't meant to be. You just don't want to force things too bad, All right, here. So I went over here. You should be able to see your Google My Business right here. And I don't see it, which really sucks because I just went through all of that and it approved it right away. So that kind of sucks. So let's go back into Google My Business. Let's search it again here. Google My Business. And I want to pull up Mighty Meetup. Mighty Meetup. And I pull up Mighty Meetup because we need to go down here to the 10K in 90-day challenge. And we need to get our Trello card. Here's our Trello card. Right here. We're going to get our Trello card, open that bad boy up. Okay, there we go. Why is it red? Weird. Anyway, so this is our Trello card. And if you remember, we pulled a list. Oh, my chat GPT, remember? My computer. I had 26 tabs open. I don't know if you guys heard me mumbling, but I was trying to figure it out because I didn't want to lose the live feed. And somehow the live feed just kept going, which is great. So there we go. Let's go. Social media platforms. Here we go. So when I was searching for this, there was a bunch of platforms that came up. So that's where we left off. And I actually have a big list down here as well. I was trying to make it easier for you. I'm going to make an exhaustive list as I find them. But you want to focus on some of this. You want to focus on the local spots too. Just make sure my audio is set up right. It's not. Oh man. That reset really messed up my settings. Camera's right. Now the audio's right. Much better. Okay. So we were setting up my Google My Business page. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yeah. But I don't understand why it set it up under Mighty. That's fine. It's fine. Whatever. As long as it's set up properly. Here's the phone number. Beautiful. Here's the name. Beautiful. And it's showing profile strength is like super strong. Guys, I'm probably going to start getting calls right away. Right away. Complete info. Let me see. What are your business hours? Yeah. If I complete the business hours, we're closed every day. Come on. Oh, I think if I open this up, it might want to know the physical location. That's where it may want to send me a card. Let's see. Last time I hit this, it crashed. Should I hit it again? Should I click it? The last time I clicked this button, everything crashed. Cross your fingers. This is where it crashed. It went down and then it just shut down on me. It's thinking. Yeah, it's trying to open Mighty Meetup Group, which is a whole different business. Account already activated. 2-step verification required. Okay. Account already activated. Continue. So it's going to try to manage it underneath this login. That's cool. No worries. Customer, you can add more later. Go to profile. Making edits. You can add more later. Bada bing, bada boom. Add an update. Update your customers. So this is something we're going to get into later, but a part of what you're doing when you're setting all of these platforms up is if they have a place for you to update and add photos, then you do. We are excited, and you can automate all this later. We are excited to announce our new location in Albuquerque. Shoot. Our new location in Albuquerque, New Mexico. A little bit of a long post is okay. I'm going to say we serve Bernalillo, Santa Fe, Sandoval, Torrance, Valencia counties with integrity you can trust and experience you can count on. Give us a try. We'll serve your guy. We're going to add a button that says order online. We're going to give it a link, and I could put in the ABQ link. I could do abqserver.com because that's going to send them to my online order form. Then I'm going to add an image. Remember the image? This should be fun, you guys. This to me is fun. So we have one that we email to people, which is a PDF. Then we have another one that is an image. Bada bing, bada boom. Post. Let's preview. What does preview look like? Interesting. Not my best look, but that's okay. Post. Update posted. Learn more. Done. Bada bing. Bada boom. Order online. Gifts trouser, your guy. Okay, guys, that's it. Like, I could share this with people. I can now get reviews. So check this out. We're going to click on get reviews. We're going to copy this link right here. And we're going to go over here to our email address. Remember our signature line? We're going to add this. We're going to come over here and we're going to say to our email signature line, which is so important. And we're going to say, are you a happy customer? Leave us a Google review here. Leave us a Google review here. You're going to hyperlink this whole thing. Okay. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add this to the Trello board. And inside the Trello board, you guys, I'm going to call this a new card. It's going to be called Google Reviews. All right. Now, for those of you guys that are paying close attention, you're actually doing this stuff I'm showing you. This is going to be so powerful for you. What you're going to do is you're going to comment your link. We're going to call it review for review. All right. You're going to post your link. You're going to hit save. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to leave me a review. And when you leave me a review, you're going to come over here and you're going to comment your comment. And you're going to say, I left you a review. Please, here's my link. Please leave me a review. And I will leave you a review. And remember, when you're leaving reviews, it's actually a Google recommendation. They call it reviews, but I've talked to different experts and it's essentially a recommendation. They don't have to be somebody who's ever used your service before. Okay. This is for a different website, but this is cool. We're going to get into Google Ads eventually. A few different ads that I've spent. You can get thousands of impressions. Look at this, 593 clicks on this website. That's my Mighty Meetup website. So here we go. We got our link. Oh yeah. The other thing too is I want this link. I'm going to actually save this. Let me just see what this looks like really quick. I'm actually going to save this. So if I go click right here, I'm going to email this to myself. I could save it somewhere, but I just want to email it to Mike. Let's email it to Mighty Mike. Mighty Mike Reed, gmail.com. It's a new email, so none of these show up. Anyway, the reason why is I'm going to add it to my phone, so it's a quick link, right? Because I need to get some reviews with this company, you know? So you got to leave me a review. I'll leave you a review. The goal is to get to 26 reviews. That's where it begins. Once, of course, you want to look at your competitors too, but what's most important is that you get to 26 because then Google will start ranking you higher in the map pack. Set up a booking, add an update, create an ad, advertise, Q&A, calls, bookings, services. You can go in here and just tweak out on all of this. Okay, you can add images. I would definitely add photos. But I want to make sure I'm adding photos as the owner of the account. I want like my logo photo to show up. I want this photo to show up, right? Let me see if it'll let me add this one. Photo upload. Your photo is being automatically processed before it appears on your business profile. See photos. See, it's not going to show up. There you go. Interesting. Service you can count on. It's got the rates and stuff. Just remember when you're uploading stuff like this, you have to be confident in your rates. Otherwise, it's very unprofessional if your rates are completely different than what's on here. Just so you know. I'm actually going to, because I think it's really powerful, I'm going to, by the way, we're actually in the Trello card. I'm actually going to upload some images because I'm going to use these same images. So choose a file on my computer. I want you guys to see this when you go get the Trello card. Once you get into Mighty Meetup, you can get the Trello card. I'm going to upload this. I'm going to upload a copy of that. I guess my logo. Stick with that for now. Okay. So the point of all of that was to say, I'm not using the Mighty Mike show. I don't know why that showed up. Oh yeah, I was trying to give you the signature. So when I click on this, all of the images and stuff I'm going to upload to each of the profiles that we're going to create today. So let me just get rid of this. Okay. So let me get rid of this too for now. Don't be distracted here. Each of the profiles that I've created, I'm going to leave open because I might have to come back and update them. So Albuquerque process servers. Boom. There's the logo. Whew. Look at that. Look at that. Somebody look at this. Somebody look at this. I got to fix this phone number too, because right now it says 123 file. I'm going to add a phone tree so that it comes across properly. But anyways, there's the website. It'll take them to my online order form, which will eventually be my website. I can click the call. Okay. All right, let's move on. Look, but this is actually important to note. I searched for Albuquerque process servers. Okay. It's not showing up here. Albuquerque process servers. It might still be getting reviewed. Let me see results for Albuquerque. It won't always show you just because your name is Albuquerque, but you see how this is still blue? I think it's still being reviewed. Yeah, it's still being reviewed. Profile strength is strong. Man, I can't wait for this to go live. Albuquerque process server. Let me search for that. I would be really surprised if it showed up right away. But the powerful thing is that the company's name is Albuquerque process server. And so when they search for it, there's going to be a good majority for free that are going to show up right here. It's just going to, my company's just going to show up right away. Okay. Really powerful. So I'll keep updating you guys on this over time. But anyway, so looking below, this is probably the number one. This is the company that said that they had some New Mexico contracts with the state that we were talking about earlier. Okay. So okay. Yeah, welcome on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, everywhere. So there's a couple of companies. New Mexico, I'm sorry, the Association of Process Servers for NAPS, they're ranking below the map pack, which is good. This is the map pack that we want to get on. Right now we're not here. But when I looked on the map over here in Edgewood, where my address is, it doesn't even show up. So I know that it's not even on here yet. But the number to beat is 59 reviews. And I don't think that it's going to rank above them. And the reason why is because they are ranking first on search engine optimization. So, and they do private investigation and some other stuff. So, which we're not going to do this time, especially in Albuquerque. So, but they're showing up ahead. This is something I want to point out to you. They're showing up ahead of the big directories and the huge nationwide companies. And this is where we'll show up. We'll probably show up just below them for a while. And then we'll show up just below them in the map pack. That's my prediction. These guys don't even have a website. These guys are pretty solid. They're pretty solid. So, but we'll show up somewhere here. We'll probably knock these guys off. And then where else? Let's see. Process server New Mexico. Solid domain. And that's it. Guys, that's all we're dealing with. MetroLink. They're the only ServeNow company. And then ServeNow, the directory ServeNow, didn't even make the first page. They didn't even make the first page. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they did. The very bottom of the first page. Because they usually show up first. But anyway, the point what I wanted to show you is these other directories, you want to make sure that you're on them. You see how you see MetroLink right here? If you look up here, you also see MetroLink up here. MetroLink. Here we go, career. So the goal here is to get in the map pack. That's the first goal of creating a Google My Business listing. The second goal with your website is to get ranked here where they are. And this is the number one company in the area. She told me over the phone, she's got state contracts. They're busy. They're 3 weeks out, blah, 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 blah. They need to hire people. This company is poised to explode if they did things properly. They really have established themselves in a really good way. So if they keep it up, they'll keep going. All right, best 27 process server. Here's the yellow pages, right? So here's our list, right? Yellow pages, Yelp, Yahoo, and these are all companies that we're going to create listings on. But out of curiosity, I'm going to skip those for now because anybody could go through those and fill those out. Some of them cost money. Albuquerque Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. That's kind of interesting, huh? Sign up. Let's see what it says. Find out more. Join the chamber. I don't know if this would be listed. We could look up the domain authority for this. I don't know. Let's see. Let's just click on some of these, see what we can do here. The idea is that some of these links will take you directly to a business listing. The business journals. Subscribe now. Access your articles. Yep. I don't like that either. Okay. This is just what ChatGPT came up with. If we just find one or two localized companies where we can add a listing to that has a good domain authority, that's the idea. See, this one doesn't even work. Albuquerque Info Network. Visit Albuquerque. What is this? Yeah, these are kind of unrelated, but apparently you can add your business here. Here's our partners. This could be a great one. Visit Albuquerque, I think, is a very popular touristy vacation type website. But remember, domain authority is a lot of it has to do with, is it related to your industry? So you have a better chance of getting really good domain authority by skipping those ones. Albuquerque Journal, Albuquerque West Chamber of Commerce. Okay, yeah, some of the business ones, like this one, Albuquerque West Chamber of Commerce, looks like their website is not secure. For those of you guys that do websites that have questions about what the difference between HTTP and HTTPS, this is a perfect example of when you don't include when you don't have a secure server. See the security certificate? It doesn't have one. It's saying it's not secure because it doesn't have the S. Now, whoever set up this link, it used to have an S security. Like it used to be just banks had them. Well, now it's not even a website that's active, I guess. So anyway, okay, anyways. So you can Google it. If you really wanted to sign up for it, you could just go like this. It's just sad. So here we go. Temporarily closed, so it's not even open. Greater Albuquerque Chamber of Commerce. This is probably the one I should have went to begin with. Let's see. Yeah. So this is a really good one that I'm definitely going to sign up with. Okay. And this is a part of the networking thing that we're going to get to in a minute. So I'm going to leave that up there. The other one, here we go, Northeast Heights Directory. This is a good one. Okay, Northeast Heights Directory. Nope, that's not what. Oh, yeah. Nope, Platinum Properties. Nope, I don't want that. I want the directory. School directory. Now, why am I doing this? So you might be wondering, because we want to get listed in places where Google has already discovered that place has businesses that are active, that are actually doing things. That's why. All right, so we're going to change this to business. BUSIN. Yes, there we go. B2B contact lists. Albuquerque Small Business Resource Directory. Bada bing, bada boom. There you go. Okay. So being listed here on this PDF. Okay. All right. We'll have to come back to that. But definitely the Albuquerque Chamber of Commerce. The other one is which I know we're going to get to the Better Business Bureau, which is kind of a scam. I'm going to talk to you guys about that. But this one is the BNI chapter. Albuquerque. Okay. This is one of the most effective networking resources. Here we go, BNI, New Mexico. So those two we're going to come back to in a second. We're going to come back to those in a second. My Google account is here. Is it still my Google account? Oh, yeah, Albuquerque. Legal support. Albuquerque. Process server. Yeah, still not showing up yet. Yeah, still not showing up yet. That's okay. So it's going to be really cool when it does. I'm kind of excited to see it. So all of these were kind of lame, right? So let's go back to our list. And then we're going to get into networking. Let me see. Oh, my Canva went away. My Canva was my list for keeping on track, and now it's gone. Let me pull up Canva. Okay. If you're not familiar with Canva, you got to get familiar with it. It is the coolest, best way to create graphics and things for your company. So this one is the 90 days. Let me see what I'm working on. Keep on track here. Set up Servemanager. Create 100 new business listings to increase local domain authority. Research local networking groups, and then review business plan. Establish time. Perfect. So we're right on track. So let's go back down here to the next one. See your TikTok profile. We're going to skip that. Facebook page. Facebook page. I've already set up a Facebook page. Okay. What's happening? Here we go. Albuquerque process servers. So what's really smart is when you create lots of profiles for people, you can end up with extra stuff. So what I did is I created a profile. I think I called it Mighty Process Server, and I just connected with all the process servers that I knew. And it works out because I got like 244 likes and, some followers. And then I can automatically update all this information. Yeah, this used to be Mighty Process, right? So now I'm going to leave it Albuquerque Process and I'll never change it. This is the company. This is the Albuquerque company. Boom, set up. Followers and everything. Quick, right? But you can go create one very easy. Like if you just go here, you can click switch, or you can go create a new one. Just click on your pages right here. Click on pages and then just go create a new one. Wherever that's at. Where is it? I've deactivated more pages than I've created. Okay. Anyway, it's not too bad. I would YouTube that. I'm not going to go into that. It's pretty easy. Okay. It's pretty easy. So I've already created that. Oh, I forgot to tell you. So for this, I have to go to my about. This is super important. All right. And be consistent. Another word is congruent. Edit this to be my company phone number, 833 6933453. That's my phone number, right? That is my company phone number, my company email. I believe I have it as info. Let's see my little paragraph up here. Yeah, I have it as info. So I think I set this up already, but just to make sure, let's test it out. Info at abqserver.com. Test. Pretty sure I set it up to forward to me. But just to be certain. All right. I don't see it. All right. Let's go to admin. I'll show you how to do this again. You go to admin. You log in with the right email. Please be the right password. Okay. Then you come over here to users. Users. And you click on your user. Then you go over here and you click on alternate emails. Oh, info's not one of them. How funny. So I could put any of these. If I put any of these numbers, there's info right there. Oh, what's happening here? Let's see. It might be because it's coming from myself that Google's freaking out. But let's put something info. No, I like info. I like info. I want to keep it as info. Let me try it from a different email. No. Okay. So anyway, I know it's going to be info, but you can go in there and change it. You can see where I added it right here. Did I change it? Info. Okay. Am I going crazy? Okay. So there's that. And then we're going to go through and we're going to create a new one for each of our listings. So under Facebook, we need to make sure that it matches everything. Do you remember our service areas? Same thing. And I have multiple screens here, so I would just go back and forth, but I want to show you what I'm doing. I'm going to say, let me just, to make this easier, I'm going to go over here to Facebook. Nope, it's not going to let me do it. So you can go Bernalillo. There we go, Bernalillo County. Oh, it's not going to show Bernalillo County. Okay. Bernalillo, New Mexico. There we go. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I already did Santa Fe. So you're going to take off Santa Fe. You're going to do Sandoval. Sandoval. I don't think it likes counties in your county. Oh, interesting. It is interesting that it doesn't include counties. Torrance. New Mexico. It doesn't like counties. How strange. That just baffles me. Anyway, we have Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Bernalillo. Okay, I'm not gonna fight that. Okay, all right. So ABQ server, Mike at ABQ server. So we got to fix this to say info because it matches what Google finds everywhere online. Interesting. Okay. Keep rolling. So Facebook, info, ABQ server, social links. You can add all your social links later. You can come back and do that. I left reviews off. This is a ninja tip, you guys. Facebook is the worst about reviews. And when you are setting up your review system, you don't want to have reviews in 30 different places. You want all your reviews on Google. So if they ever give you an option to turn off reviews, turn them off. Why? Because you're going to get that one random person who you served, who lo and behold didn't want to be served. The outlier who unlike everyone else who loves to get served, didn't want to get served and was pissed off at you and went and left you a bad review. Turn off Facebook reviews. Trust me. If you want to show your social authority on Facebook, screenshot your Google reviews and post one every day. That's a flex. Okay. If you really want that. Which is good. It's a good idea. All right, delivery. Okay. So I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah, there's a little blurb. Where's my blurb? Where is my blurb? I think the blurb might be on. Did I save this already? Yeah, I think the blurb might be under right here. Here you go. Albuquerque Processor APS provides premium legal support services to our clients. Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay, but it's not as good as this. Serving what you can count on. You can count on. Look at this. Do you remember what I was telling you guys about how many characters? Let's see. Serving with, take out all these counties. Serving with integrity you can trust and experience you can count on. APS. APS and forget the rest. Right? Give us a try. We'll serve your guy. Oh man, I gotta get rid of something. Serving with integrity and trust you can do. All right, so we're gonna take out this first part. I know this is not gonna match on Google everywhere, but it's okay. Little changes like this would be really helpful. Okay. Post to your news feed. Yeah, share it to my news feed. You bet. Share it to the news feed. Boy. All right, let's see. There's a way to look at this. It usually says view as. Where's that at? View as. You can view as the customer. It's still loading. It's still figuring it out. Anyway, so Facebook is good. Okay, Facebook is good. So now the next one. You're like, Mike, how's this going to turn into business? Trust me. Trust Mighty Mike. He's going to help you. It's going to turn into business. LinkedIn page. Oh, that's the one I hate. But if you look up domain authority, each of these have like 90 plus domain authority. When you first start your website, your domain authority is going to be like 5, 10, 20, 50, eventually 60, eventually 80, 79 maybe. If you're at 80, feel grateful. But when you tie your website, it's called backlinking. When you tie your website to other websites that have a great domain authority, it's like having a bunch of rich friends and you hang around them all the time. Literally, that's what it's like. And so Google's like, oh, dang. Oh, you know so-and-so? Uh-huh, I sure do. Best recognize. Kind of losing my mind over here. What is this? Business.LinkedIn something. Let's create. Let me go back. I don't know. I was trying to log into regular LinkedIn here and I messed it up. Let me just click on this again. Apparently, I'm not going to log into regular LinkedIn. Create your page. And company. This is a company. It's a company. All right, same thing. Here we go. So Albuquerque. Albuquerque process servers. I'm going to get rid of this in between page here. LinkedIn company. Yes. Begin with HTTP or HTTPS. Well, we're going to go HTTPS because that's the one that's not a scam website. Qserver.com. Industry. I don't know if it's going to let me do process server. Let me see. Anytime you can put process server, do that. Unfortunately, legal service. Unfortunately, legal service is like the closest thing. could also do business consulting. You could possibly do business consulting, but I would actually stick to legal services for LinkedIn. Sometimes I like to put more employees, but it's better to do 0 to 1 when you're doing these business profiles, because sometimes they're asking you that because they want to try to sell you something. That makes sense. What is this? A profile picture? What is this? That's my logo. There you go. Logo. Yeah. And what's the logo? Tagline. What do you think the tagline is? Give us a try. We'll serve your guy. Or this one. Nope. It's too much. Bernalillo. No. Okay. Give us a try. We'll serve your guy. Actually, the other one that had serving with integrity, and then this one. I'm going to create, this is actually going to be my new one. Serving with integrity. Serving with integrity you can trust, and experience you can count on. I just like it. It makes me want to like feel good about business, you know? Give us a try. We'll serve, and we'll give us a try, and we'll serve your guy. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm actually going to save that as my new tagline. I like the counties. It's definitely helpful. But for the sake of a tagline, it needs to be somewhat short. So we just figured out what. Okay. I verify that I'm the authorized representative. Okay. Create page. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Create page. View it as a member. Feed. So you might be tempted to just go on to the next part, but we want to make sure that we've filled everything out. Description. There you go. Legal services. Year founded 2013. I'm going to leverage my previous company. Specialties. Service of process server, skip tracing, locate service, surveillance, e-filing. That's good. Special witness. You can do some other ones. Special witness. That's probably fine. That's it. And you just hit save. And then I forgot to mention one other thing. Start a post. Okay. I forgot to mention one other thing. What you want to do is after you've created all of these, you want to all of your business listings. Check out my new company. Booyah. Okay. Oh, I got to follow them too. Follow. So after you've done this, okay, click on here and then come up here and grab this, or let's see, your view as a member. You want to take the domain for it. Here it is right here. Boom, save that beast. Because you're going to put that everywhere on your website, right? Does it pop up when you put just that? I think it does. Yes, it does. This is all just LinkedIn being too much fancy, right? But you show up, and then you can add your cover image. Upload a cover image. Anybody guess what I'm going to put as my cover image? What am I going to put as my cover image? Let me see if anyone has any comments about what I'm going to put as my cover image. Who knows? I have something in mind. And I'm not seeing it. There's some old stuff here. I'm going to have to search for it. Well, that's disappointing. Let me go here because this is what I want right here. Download Facebook cover image. We're going to download it as a JPG, JPEG. And then we're going to be as an admin. I don't spend a whole lot of time on LinkedIn, but it is one of the most powerful ways to connect with potential attorneys directly. Now, because my logo is going to show up right there, right here, I'm not focused too much on the logo. I just want to see New Mexico in the background, right? All right, anyways. So let me go back into Trello, and I'm actually going to start a list because some of these places are going to ask for my different social media platforms. So there's LinkedIn. Oh, I still haven't changed the domain for this. It's still showing up as Mighty Process Servers. Let me see if I can edit that real quick. So it can be confusing on Facebook, but the easiest way to do it is just know that once it says it right here that you're logged into it, then you're logged into it. You can hit settings, and it's not settings for your Facebook, it's settings for that account. So let me see if it'll let me change it. You can't change it too often. Let me see if I could put ALBUQUERQUE. Of course, Albuquerque by itself is not available. Albuquerque process servers. 3 words in a row together being available is almost always the case going to happen. Process is also available. But because I want to try to have the same domain on all of these, if I can, who is this person? My child is messaging me. Just more. She says there's a 92 outside heat stroke. Okay, good job, son. All right, so I'm looking up here online. I want to see what domain tag I used for Instagram. Oh, I haven't set one up on Instagram yet. There's different companies. Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to use one that's easy to remember. ABQ server. Yes, that is my domain name, abqserver.com. So if I could do ABQ server everywhere, do you think that'd be helpful? It may not let me do it because I don't remember my passwords half the time. Yay! Okay, perfect, you guys. So now, no, don't change it. Do not change it. Go back to Albuquerque Process Servers. Albuquerque Process. I don't want to change it. Get out of here. Oh, here we go. Let's click over here and let's click on the name. And now look at what it does. This is so beautiful. I love when things work the way they're supposed to. Look at this, ABQ server. Now my domain, my email, my taglines, everything is going to match. So check it out. Now I got to go fix. Oh, crap. Trello is trying to be fancy here. Here we go. Yeah, I don't want you to change it, Trello. Calm down. Sometimes it tries to give you a little quick hyperlink thingy jigger, which we do not want. We want to edit this page. We want to change. I'm getting a little crazy here, but it's okay. We want to change our link URL, ABQ server. No! It says error occurred. Okay, discard edits. Let's try it again. ABQ server, short and sweet. URL already exists. Dang it. So we got to put a space. We got to put a dash. That sucks. That does suck. If I'm being honest. What is this? Another admin is trying to make changes. Yeah. LinkedIn's freaking out on me. Fine. Fine, LinkedIn. Forget it. I'll keep it for now. But eventually we're going to change this to something smaller, maybe with the hyphen in there. ABQ hyphen server. It's the best way to do it. So we're just going to keep adding all of our links here, and I'm putting them in the Trello card. It's helpful for me to use as a note, but also you guys can be reminded and you can go check them out, check out the different spots to see what makes the most sense to you, right? So let's keep going. So we got our LinkedIn set up. We got our Facebook page set up with our nice cover photo. What is the next one that it shows? We're not showing up yet still. It might take a couple of days. Yeah, it might take a couple of days. All right, so let's see. The next one that I want to sign up for, gotta go with my business. Bing for business. Sometimes Bing is attached to what is it? Ylopo or what is it? No, it's not Ylopo. It's is it Yelp? There's one that like charges you like $400 a year, and it puts your business information on like 100 different websites. I might do that eventually, but I don't want to do it right now because I don't want there to be any excuses for why you guys aren't as successful as I am in this challenge, in this journey that we're going on. Okay. But Bing Places, okay, well, that creates a new child. Let's go to Yahoo Local. Can't find the page. Why does it go to Verizon? That's strange. Can't find the page. I think some of my links are just bad. So let's go Yahoo Local. Free business listing. Skip the sponsored ads. Why? Here we go. Add, edit, blah, blah, blah. Existing listing or a new listing. Claim new listing. Pick your business location. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Business name and address. Albuquerque process servers. Yeah, I thought this might happen. So because it's not showing up on Google yet, I think what they do is they search Google to find you. And once they find you on Google, they just pull all the information. So that's not the worst thing in the world to wait for. So I might have to come back to that one. But all of these, just so you guys know, all of these websites are lead generation websites. They're all lead generation websites. Claim your listing. Connect with a business advisor to learn more. Nope, not doing that. Because they're just going to try to sell me something. What I want to do is I want to wait for Google to start showing my listing. It's already verified, so it should show up. It's just a matter of time. Let me search really quick because I'm curious. Edgewood process server. Yeah, it's not showing. Yeah, no. Interesting, though. Couple of competitors. Interesting. It's funny that it shows up Walmart Processor Walmart shows up. Interesting. Pick a server is an unmatched resource for attorneys, paralegals, and the front product. Interesting. Pickaserver.com. Okay, so Edgewood processor. So if I come over here and I go to the next one, let's go down here and see if we can find a better one for now. So we did Facebook. For those of you guys that are wondering, why do you have TikTok on here? TikTok is now the best ad platform for businesses. It is cheap and kids are using it nowadays. Like people who were kids 10 years ago are still using it and they're 25 years old. And TikTok actually shows your ads to people versus Facebook shows 33% of your posts to your people who've already said they want to follow you. It's crazy. So TikTok we'll get to last. LinkedIn, Facebook. I'm going to do Instagram, but I like doing Instagram on my phone. So I'm actually going to do it all from my phone later. Pinterest is one of the most highly ranking websites on Google. And you can add all of your images using Zapier and automation to Pinterest. So whenever you're creating an image in Instagram, just create it, set it up for Instagram, and then have it auto post to Pinterest. I have thousands of images in Pinterest for my well, it started out for my website for my business process serving, and then it ended up being all kinds of different things over the years. Okay. So I'm going to create one of those too. Next door. I want to get some more things that are more business directory. I've already reached out to Servemanager and Naps. Those are the big ones. Snapchat, WhatsApp for business, Tumblr, Foursquare. Let's try this one, Being Places. Existing user, new user. Let's do new user for this one. Import. See, this is what the other one was trying to do, but it doesn't tell you, which I think is kind of dumb. Continue to Google Business Profile. I want to sync my business data with Google Business Profile at regular intervals. Weekly. Google My Business Profile. They might charge for this. Let's see. Oh, dang. Yeah, see, it's a challenge. I signed up with this one. Let me actually cancel because let me try this again. So I want it to do it weekly, but I think I need to sign up with it through my personal email because that's the one I set it up through. I try to do anything that's like important login stuff. I try to do through this. This is imported from the following. Your businesses will be imported from the following location groups. Okay, let's see what happens. Save your imported data, blah, blah, blah. Sign in using your account. No, not Google Plus. Google Plus is dead. See, it shows you how outdated this thing is. Jeez. Yeah, because I'm in Ethiopia. Do you see that? Get out of here. Oh, I'm so disgusted right now. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. It becomes a grind, which I'm not prepared to do right now. I'm not going to go through all that crap. But there are business listings that you can do for free. Here's Angie's List. You guys also remember Proof. Let me put that in here before I forget. Proof. I think it's proof.com. Proof.com was a great one because they'll send you work directly. But Angie's List is also one that you can choose. I've heard good and bad things about it. List my business. I've heard good and comment if you use Angie's List. I'm curious to know what you guys think. What service do you provide? Process server. Service of process. I know I've been on here before. Delivery. I think I might have set it up as a delivery or a courier. And then once you do that, you can change it. Yeah, maybe not. I thought it was this one. Maybe it's a different one I'm thinking of. Local advertising today. I could have swore it was Angelus. Maybe they took process serving off of there because of people complaining or something. Well, anyway, I'll let you guys figure that out. If it works for you, great. So all the different social platforms. Let's go back to ChatGPT. Let's see. Better Business Bureau. Oh, Manta. Manta's a good one. They do try to sell you like crazy, but claim my listing. I think this is also going to try to pull from Google. So you kind of just have to wait for Google to start showing your listing online. And then as soon as it does, it'll be so easy to set it up with all these, you know. Oh, yeah, it's not showing up yet. New Mexico. Yeah, it's not showing up. Dang it. As soon as it does, you'll be able to just click on it like that. Boom. And it'll just fill out all your company information ready to go. And you can, it'll put all this in and then you can verify everything, hit save. And then it'll try to sell you a premium listing that you don't need. You just say no. What I used to do is I would do one at a time. I would pay for one month and then I would cancel, because what happens is sometimes they'll let you add images that you otherwise couldn't, or videos that you otherwise couldn't, and then they never take them down. Right? Like Yelp was like that. I think Yelp was like a couple hundred, like I think I spent like $800 on Yelp. And they have all these algorithms and things they show you, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you're going to be rich. Look at all the people searching for what you do." Verify my listing. But then when you look at it, it doesn't really translate into business. I mean, someone will find you and they will hire you here. They will, but it's not going to be like they make it sound. It's not worth $800. Just create the free listing. We couldn't find your business. Yeah, so I'm going to wait to do this until Google decides to start showing me, which is already verified. So it's probably just waiting for some time, certain amount of time to show the next one. But it's pretty exciting, you guys. We've went officially here for 3 hours. We had a little bit of a break when my computer shut down on me, but I'm excited. Let's see what was the last thing I was going to do. Oh yeah, I was going to create goals and strategies moving forward. So the local networking groups that we talked about, one is Greater Albuquerque Chamber of Commerce. This is so essential. Like, you're not going to get people to call you from here directly. No. But you may be able to list your website on here, which is going to give you great local domain authority. And then you're going to show up to the Chamber of Commerce meetings, and people are going to get to know you, that that's what you do in the area. And then the second part of that, which is similar, and you'll meet some of the same people in the BNI meetings, and you have to apply. And you see these folks sitting around a table right here. The way it works is you have one guy who's a plumber, another guy who's a painter, another person who's an insurance salesperson. They're all kind of like local service-based business that are counting on referrals as the lifeblood for their business. And so what you do is the key here is that there can't be any duplicate person that has the same title, like the same business. Like, you're not going to have two attorneys in one group. You're not going to have two painters in one group. You're not going to have you have to designate what you are when you go into the group. And it's about $400 a year. So it's not cheap, but these people become like your best friends. When I did this in Chico, California, And I ended up, some of those guys I still talk to today, they're just good people who are hustlers, right? And and they've pre-qualified themselves as somebody that you can spend your time on because they invested time and money into being at that table. And then there's a process too. They'll send it around. Hey, I wanted to submit a thank you to John. Thanks for that referral last week, blah, blah, blah. Now, as a process server, I always felt like it wasn't really right for me at the time because I didn't understand fully what networking is all about. What you have to do is you don't do it as a process server. You don't go in as a process server. You go in, you could go in as a different thing, like I don't know, an event planner or something for attorneys or something. But I would go in as a process server, and I'm going to find a meeting here in New Mexico, and I'm going to sign up. I'm probably not going to do this until the 90 days, somewhere towards the end of the 90 days, because I want you guys to know that this is not a make or break thing, but it's how you're going to build that company to making that $10,000. So towards the end of the 90 days, I will do a video all about me going in. A lot of the videos in the future, you guys, are going to be me. I'm going to edit them because I'm going to bring my camera, maybe a camera guy, and I'm going to go serve my first paper in front of you guys with this company. I'm going to go to my first Chamber of Commerce meeting as a process server. I'm going to go to the BNI meetings. I'm going to go to attorneys' offices, and you guys are going to see me do all of this live. That's what this is all about. But we're just setting some of the groundwork right now so that when I get out there and start pounding the pavement, I'm already looked at as an official, legit company. Not necessarily legally like the LLC that I'm having set up, but the persona of a business, ABQ server. You look on social media, you see my business card, you see my email signature line, you see once all that's set up, there's no confusion. A confused mind and an attorney always says no. And so a confused mind says no. So don't be confused. This is about building a brand that people can look at and immediately know what you do. Immediately know that you're professional. And immediately know that if I hire this person, they're going to do the job that I'm hiring them to do. Okay. So when I oh, that's cool. They got little dots. So I'm gonna sign up for this, and I'm gonna show up to these meetings. Now, if the only meetings I showed up to was this one, or not this one, where did it go? Here we go. Greater Albuquerque Chamber of Commerce. And I think there's one here in Edgewood, in this little town that I live in. I think there's one here too. So I'll check out those three. And then I'll also join the association for NAPS, the National Association of Process Servers. And I'm going to join ServeNow. That's it. That's my network. And then I'll join all the state associations as it grows, as it makes $10,000 a month, and I'm traveling and I'm getting new contracts and I'm funding luncheons at the paralegals associations, right? Like I'm giving talks and speeches at these things. This is how you build a company from $10,000 a month to $40,000 a month, like we talked about in the beginning of this video. So, yeah, so that's that. I'm going to take care of that. I'm going to do that off screen. I'm going to automate my Servemanager so that my orders come into Servemanager automatically. There are softwares, bigger softwares that do that for you. Like there's an online order form and then it goes right into the system. The problem is you can't edit them. You can't manipulate the forms. You can't do the things you want to do with them sometimes. That sucks, right? So yeah, that's it. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, goals. So establish timelines for business goals. Like what is the plan? So today's day 4. So day 5, we're still pushing the needle forward, right? Like I did a few calls this morning to attorneys. I sent out emails. I've taken some notes. I'm doing this live so I can rewatch them and remember the lady's name because I didn't remember it live, right? That kind of stuff. And thank you. I think it was Chris or somebody mentioned that it was Nicole, the sweetheart Nicole. I'm going to follow up. I'm going to go into her office and meet some of those attorneys, hopefully, and just network and build relationships, and that's how you're going to build an empire. So my goal would be, let me think about this. When do I want my first serve? Because reality is I could make a sign and go stand outside of one of these courthouses that we pulled and probably get a serve the same day. But what does that say about me if I'm begging for a serve? That's probably not where I need to be. Like if you really are hungry and you need to pay for food, go get a sign and stand outside of your courthouse and say, "We'll serve for food." Okay? Seriously, you'll get an attorney that will say, "Hey, I got some stuff you could deliver." This is something they have to have done. The first thing that they do when they show up to court Monday morning, let's say, whenever their court case is, the first thing that the judge says when he's looking through the file, if he doesn't see it, do you have a valid proof of service, counsel? Because what happens is they'll show up to court and they'll start the case, and then they're like, okay, we have John Doe versus Jane Doe in the matter of blah blah blah. Court is now in session, blah blah. And then they'll call the attorneys up. Okay, his attorney will say, "Oh, I'm representing that person," and then so they'll come up, and then the judge will say, he wants to be able to move forward with the case. And so he's got these boxes he's checking so that he can decide whether he can move forward. And when he doesn't see a proof of service in the file and he's trying to, well, has this defendant, other person, been notified? And if they haven't, he's done. Okay. Well, all right. So what do you want to push it down? He's looking over at the calendar. All right, you want to push it down 3 more weeks, 2 more? How much time do you need, counsel? Well, we've tried over here. And the judge will usually be cool about it, but sometimes the judge will go, counsel, we pushed this off already 2 months. Like, what's the deal? And so the judge will, or the attorney will be required to provide a declaration of due diligence showing that we've been trying. We've been trying to serve them, Your Honor. So while people like to put attorneys above process servers, no, they're no more important than you are as a process server. They need you as a process server. They need you to deliver process server. I actually heard one attorney say it like this one time. He goes, they have one freaking job, because he was upset about his current process server, and then he hired me. He's like, he's got one freaking job, man. Serve the paper, and if you can't, provide a declaration of diligence and communicate, for goodness sakes, right? That's it. I love when he said that too. I wish I could have recorded it, because that's the theme across all business, but especially in service of process. And he was talking about process servers having such a hard time communicating. I get you're out there serving, blah, blah, blah. And he was talking about his other server. So my goal would be to, my timeline for getting a first serve, it's just kind of more of a fun thing than anything else for me to pick a deadline. I think I'll have everything established by day 7. Okay, because I'm going to work on this through the weekend too. I'm doing a video every day, you guys. And I sure hope you people start commenting and liking and sharing this with the different process server groups. I'm going a full 90 days here. And one of the reasons why I stopped serving the process serving industry back in the day, like giving them value and stuff, is because I would meet them and they would be kind of interested, and then they would get distracted and go do something different, and their business would fail, or it would wane, like it would do kind of okay. You got to be all in on this stuff, right? If you want to build a business, go out and build it. And I'm doing this for free, not selling you anything. Sure, I got website company you could sign up for. A lot of the people who are going to watch this are already customers of mine, right? So it's not for that. It's to give value. And if you go through and you're a current customer, you go through and you do these 100 new business listings and tie it all back to the website we built for you, you're going to be shocked at how effective it is. When I start running ads and you see how cheap it is to get thousands of website visitors for $50, it's going to blow your mind. So the question is getting people who have an intention and they're ready to have somebody served. That's a different thing. And that's why service and process will never be like some of these other companies where they go to your website and buy something, for $10, $20. It's not like that. It's like when they need it, they go to Google and they search for it. Process server in Albuquerque, boom, they find you. That's how it works. It's a different it's a different kind of marketing. You can't expect that you're going to run ads just to a general population and they're going to hire you. Like if I saw your ad and you open up a new business here, what am I going to go pick a fight with somebody so I can get a document to have them served? Just because you had a great ad? No. But you will get lots of people to come to your website and check it out for $50. You can get a couple thousand people. And if those are attorneys, this is where it becomes powerful. If those are attorneys, then they'll show up to your website and they might save it. And then when they need somebody, they'll reach out to you. So I'm going to sign up for public purchase after the LLC is formed. I have my friend at PCS set it up for me. He's setting it up for me, and I'm going to have him. I think he's giving a special discount to you guys. If you want to have that signed up, set up for you, you can actually set up your LLC directly with him. I have lots of LLCs that I've set up myself, but I'm having him set it up because I want it to be set up in a way that keeps my anonymity. Like I don't want my LLC to show my name. I want to be able to take my LLC and sell it. My goal, 100%, my goal is to have this business valued at $1 million. It's not a huge goal. It's just what my goal is. I'm going to take this Albuquerque company, build it up, get contracts, build the brand, and poise it to be sold for $1 million. Will I sell it? Probably not. I probably won't. But if I do, then I'll be $1 million richer, right? So that should always be the goal when you start a new company, is to structure it in a way that you can sell it. So that's why I'm doing this. It's cost me an extra $500 to have the LLC set up. It's all good. It's all good. All right, guys, I think I'm done. Timelines and business goals. I put that on there because I want you to see into the future just a little bit. I want you to see that 3 hours a day on here, pounding the pavement, building the structure of things is just the beginning. Once you get that first 7 days of structure and building and LLCs and Googles and my business listings and business cards, right? And phone systems and all these things that get set up. Now you're going to have a business budget. You're going to know how much money you got to spend on all these things to keep it running every month. So now you can calculate how many serves you got to go serve to pay for all of it. Okay. So now you're motivated. You got the free trial here. You got a free trial there, 14-day free trial here, 14-day free trial there. All right. And then some things you had to pay for right away. And then you go out and get however many serves, 5 serves, 10 serves. And the quickest way you're going to do that is contacting attorneys. Because I remember going door to door to some of these attorneys' offices when I opened a new area in Redding, California. And I literally was walking down the street that just had nothing but attorneys. I got 2 serves just walking door to door. Seriously, the guy just gave me the document. He goes, sure, I need something served right now, actually. And I was like, really? He goes, yeah. He reached over and he goes, I just filed this one today. He's like, can you make a copy of it for me? And I go, sure. He goes, here you go. How much you charge? I said, well, it's about $100. He goes, can you invoice me? I said, sure. Done. And I served for that attorney for years after that. He's a great guy. So, but anyway, I got a job right away. And if I would have, I think it took me a few days to serve that one because I was walking and I continued to do my marketing and my prospecting. But on day 3, when I sent him an online invoice, which I'm going to show you how to do that too. You can do it right inside of Servemanager. He paid it with his credit card immediately. And the day later, I got it in Stripe in my bank account. So understanding how this cycle works and what it takes is it's just like you just have to put in the effort and not rest on your laurels. Like some of the process servers I talked to, they had 1 job or 2 jobs. Or one lady, she said she's had contracts with the state and she couldn't serve my paper for 3 weeks. That's the number one company that they have established themselves as a really good company. They got great reviews. They're ranking well on Google. So it's easy to feel like you're unbeatable. Like I don't have to worry about it. It's a really bad place, really bad way to look at it, because you have the greatest potential to grow and blow your company up. But if you're arrogant, you have the greatest potential for losing it. You have to know that people want what you have. And it's business. This is the free market that we're in. It's nothing personal against anybody. Business is business, and you got to go out and go for it. And there's enough business for everybody, by the way. We're not stealing from anybody. But my point is that don't slow down just because you're getting a lot of work. Keep going. Hire employees. Like if you're doing really well and you're really busy and you can't do a serve for 3 weeks, hire someone. Like the workers' compensation insurance, the unemployment insurance, and stuff that you have to pay. I get it. It's a pain and it's stressful. What if they sue me? But you pay for all the insurances that you need. You bring them on. Use a tool like Gusto. There's a tool called Gusto that calculates all the unemployment insurance and everything for you. It's easy as so easy. And then that's it. Every payroll, you go click pay payroll. Make sure you have enough cash flow before you hire them. And if you have to, hire them for 4 hours a day, whatever the state allows you to do, right? Start them just doing, 5 o'clock to 9 o'clock or whatever your serve hours are. I would do something like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 would be really smart, because you could have them come by at like 3:30 to 7:30, and you could have them do day serves like attorneys' offices before they close, and then they can go do the night serves for you. And that's the genius, because then it's a part-time employee that just made you $1,000 every day, right? And what'd you have to pay them? 50, 100, even 100 bucks for 4 hours, and you made $1,000, right? If they serve 10 papers, $97 a piece. It's just business. All right, guys. Thank you. Comment below if you thought this was valuable. Definitely going to just comment value in capitals. I want to see capital letters. Value. Okay. I could be doing so many other things right now, but I'm doing this for you guys because I love you. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm thinking this has been fun. And I have I have 3 full-time VAs starting tomorrow for different business ventures that I have going on. And I'm going to be a little bit busy, but later in the day, I'll still do a live. I'll still do a live for you guys, but I don't think I'm going to go for 3 hours. So comment below value. And if I can get at least 4 values, then I'll do a live tomorrow. If not, then I'll just post a cool little image telling you what you should do with yourself. All right, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to go get some food. I'm getting delirious. Mighty website builder. Oh yeah, don't forget, go get your Trello. Go get your Trello card. This thing that we were working on today, the checklist. If you don't already have it, go to mightymeetup.com and get your Trello card. If you haven't gotten your website already, go get your website, mightywebsitebuilder.com. We're going to review the website here in the next couple days, because all the social media things that we're setting up right now, we're putting the link in there to take them to ABQ Server, which is our website. That website on the mobile version is going to look like a link tree. And it's so ninja. I'm excited to show it to you guys once it's set up. It's going to be so good. You're going to be like, wait, is this Linktree? No, it's my website. Google's giving me credit for the website visitor, not Linktree. Ninja. All right, guys. See you tomorrow. Peace. Do some brand. I'm so hungry. All right, here we go.
For more great content like this and your chance to win cash prizes each week live online, visit www.mightymikereed.com. That's www.mightyMikereid.com. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review on your favorite audio platform. Until next time, take care and live mighty.